is. Girthy Poro, thank you for the 9th month in a row at Tier 1, my friend. Our Twitch baby, soon to be delivered. And pushing us to that level 2 hype train. Any chance for Variety Day before Friday? There's an outside chance we get one tomorrow, but it depends on how prolific I am with making videos. I mean, straight up yeah, there's an outside chance it's tomorrow. However, Twitch streaming is like the worst thing I can do business wise, and so when I want to do Twitch streams outside of like the hard schedule, I typically justify them by going, I have finished this much like have to work, and now I get to do the less effective work. So if my neck pain is good enough that I can film tonight and get out the shorts that I want to get out, then we'll probably stream tomorrow. If it's tomorrow and I have had to, because like yesterday I like turned stream off and I had to just lay in bed for like 2 hours trying to gently stretch my neck before I could think straight again. And so if it's another day like that, then I'm gonna have to wait to film anything new until tomorrow, and then we're almost certainly not getting a stream because it's more important to get like shorts out or work on a long form, yada 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 yada. So White Bread, we're not doing the VV deck building yet. This is going to be a deck we co-build. A deck we co-build with Kuro Hitsuki, who is going to join us on stream in a little over an hour. We're going to be roasting Noise deck, and we're going to roast Comrade Gorbash's deck first. Then we're going to jump on with him. Am I going to a chiropractor? No, I think chiropractors are dangerous bullshit salesmen. I am going to an acupuncturist because I've had some success with acupuncture-based pain relief in the past. It is neck pain, yes. So it starts out as neck pain, and then it becomes headache bad enough that I get like confused and have trouble speaking. And I do have PT that I'm doing for it. But yeah, I'm not going... I have gone to chiropractors for other issues. I will never go to a chiropractor for a neck issue. That sounds to me like number one way to get paralyzed is to go to a chiropractor for a neck issue. Terrence, thank you for the 50-bit cheer. Also, I'm so excited if you actually end up running XCOM for a variety stream at some point. Commentary would be top. We'll probably do it. Terribly. Oh, that's actually... I forgot to take it before getting on stream today. I'm usually having caffeine, and then I take Tylenol and Advil because they're different. I know that those are two types of pain, over-the-counter pain medication that you can mix, and so I take both of those, but I forgot to have those before I turned the camera on. So when we do our manual ad break before getting into the deck roasting for the day, I will go pop those pillies. Have you built any other decks on stream in the last few months? I have not. This will be the first deck. This will be the first deck I have built on stream. I think the first deck we'll try to build to completion. I think this will be the first one we ever do on stream. So I'm gonna do the boring shit without Kuro right now. Oh. Where's the fucking... It's Alt plus 2, right? So that should be... There we go. Alright. 38 land seems like a good base to start by. Spellbreaker, no, which is part of why I wanted to do this. It's been a while. Like, I've spent so much time working on other people's decks that I've edited my own, but it's been a while since I got to build something start to finish with anything new. Yeah, Alias, I find lands intensely boring. So for the purposes of this deck building stream, these are... Oh, you know what? Let's just do that. Thank you, chat, for that lovely suggestion. We're putting in 38 command towers. This is the land base. We are not fucking with the land base at all on stream, because that is lame shit. There might be one or two really hot utility lands. Like, there's the, oh my god, nobody, don't say it 3 times or you'll summon elk. But like, hey, yeah, we should have Arena of Glory in here. Hey, there's probably some like War Room might be worth putting in as well. If this deck build goes well enough to get turned into a YouTube video, I will include a section about the land base separately, but that shit is just so fucking boring to me that I am not going to force you all to watch it. We have 38 command towers and then dope spells. What is... Oh, I'm hitting command 2 is what I'm doing. There's a land that has an adventure side to create one of the pinger wizards. That extremely loud incorrect buzzer. That sounds like lame-o shit we don't care about. We will cover the rules more in depth, but if the suggestion has anything to do with gutter snipe or gutter snipe accessories, we do not want it. The line of Vivi that says it deals damage to one opponent is blank for the purposes of this stream. We have whited it out. We are playing Sharpie Cube Vivi. Vivi gets buff. Vivi makes mana. Vivi summons this gigantic shithead they saw in the woods. That is what Vivi do. The Spell Weaver, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Doghouse, my friend. And Atraxa's Chosen, thank you for that personal question. Hey boss, could you remind us why Darkest Dungeon spiders suck? My team folded. They were at full health. I think they suck for the same reason they suck in real life, which is that anytime you see a spider, if it's close to you, you instinctively freak out. You instinctively freak out because they look creepy and weird. Like, one opinion that I have had since I was a child is that I would mind spiders less if they were totally invisible. If they had predator cloaking, even if they had better than predator cloaking, and I did not have to see them skitter, I would not care if they lived in the corners of my room. I would not even care if they bit me occasionally, as long as none of my limbs fell off. What I care about is, holy fuck, are they ugly. Holy fucking god, do they look creepy. Jumping spiders are adorable, I think mostly because they're small. If one was as large as a golden retriever, I think we would revise that opinion. Mods, pull up Sanctum of Ugin. No, see, I also want to avoid Eldrazi if we can. So let's, we'll set up the rules with Kuro later. Hey, thank you, Noah. I appreciate you liking the stream on YouTube. We will probably put in dragons. I think again, I'm gonna avoid adding anything into the list until we officially do the stuff with Kuro. We gotta hit the manual ad break, and then Comrade Gorbash, are you here? If you are, who cares? I'll see you in 3 minutes. If you're not, we're going to noise deck. All right, we are back with plenty of over-the-counter pain medication in my system. J Nightshade, thank you. Oh, thank you for the random smasher pass. We should make this Equipment Voltron FRFR. Please enjoy your ban for the thought crime. We still want to make the deck good, everybody. I think that's an important thing to impress upon people. No. I have my thesis statement, and I will make my thesis statement once Kuro is here. Jarther, Comrade Gorbash appears to be alive, so Haze of Rage to buff Vivi. Thank you for the 5 bits, and for the lie. Let's do that random smasher pass. Ooh, okay. It's one of the tougher ones. It is a humanoid. Reasonably thick. Do we have any alternate arts? No. Looks like it's made mostly of loam. I'm gonna say pass. I have never looked at, like, you know how trees will have knots and like little holes in them? I've never looked at one of those and been like, yeah. Which I feel like is this. Do I have to hit this? Okay. I was just I was just banned for a minute. What happened? Johnny, you said something I disagreed with heavily, and so I sent you to hell. Boss, do you think Vivi would be anywhere near as pushed if the spell had to cost more than his power to get the +1/+1 counter? I mean, not only not as pushed, Vivi would be, like, pretty fucking unplayable. I think if the spell had to cost more than Vivi's power to give him a counter, Vivi would be bad Mizzix. They would be a little bit broader than Mizzix because it's any non-creature and not just instant and sorcery. But they would just be like, they would just be a worse version of Mizzix for all intents and purposes. My question is why 0 and not tap? I think it being able to do it with haste matters. Like So here's the thing, you guys. I think Vivi's incredibly powerful. I think it's cool. I think it's fucked up and bullshit, and you can't play it at like goofy, silly power levels. I think this is a cool design for strong magic. And it's good that you can do it with haste. Like if we gave it tap, if we gave it tapped, then we would basically also have to give it haste. And I feel like if we gave it haste, then we start worrying more about, I don't know. I like how they did it. I think it's fucked up and broken, and I'm happy to make jokes about how broken it is, but it's also very far from like the strongest commander in the game. Maul, do you think we will finally get some more 4-color commanders for Edge of Eternities? I truly doubt it, True T. I think for Edge of Eternities, what we're going to get is 3-color and 2-color. The higher ups at WotC have found that motherfuckers like 2 colors and they really like 3 colors, and if you're going for 4 colors, you may as well just go 5. It's very difficult to get a 4-color commander that can accurately capture any type of like mechanical flavor without seeming like 5-color but bad, or without seeming like 3-color and then we ignore white or we ignore green or we ignore blue. But 3 colors is like 2 and 3 color is the sweet spot for commander design. Yeah, like if we get 4-color, it's going to be partner with which I think would be cool. I think if we got you know, the choose a background from Commander Legends Baldur's Gate, goated. You can't get up to 4 colors with that, I don't think. But those types of limited partner mechanics, because partner is a broad mechanic, terrible, terrible mistake. But specific partner with or limited partner with, like Friends Forever that they did for the Stranger Things stuff, I think that is how you get to 4 colors and have it be cool. Doctor Companions, yeah, that's also good. But if we want 4-color stuff, that is how we're getting it, and I think we're getting it in these like I think unfortunately we're going to get a lot of our 4-color juice from Universes Beyond or Universes Beyond-esque sets. The new Friends Forever for Edge of Eternities is going to be edging together. Maya, I want to ban you, but you're right. Ristic Study Hall, why aren't you with your family? The question also applies to me. I just don't. I have a relatively small family and almost none of them live near me. I have some extended family many, many states away. My mom lives in Mexico now. So my family is Z and I am with them. We were together this morning. We will be together as soon as this stream ends. I don't think partner is the problem. It's more the partners that would be good enough to be a tier 3 deck on their own getting partner that's the problem. That's partner being the problem. Frankly. Because what's happening is being able to add colors and add secondary choices for your commander is such a powerful and flexible thing that every partner in the game is either dog shit or top tier. You have some stuff where it's like Arden Rograk, where it's top tier for Voltron, and because Voltron's so bad, it ends up mid power, but the mechanic on its own is so good that either the commander has to be awful or the commander's fine, and then when you let it combine with something else, it's terribly, terribly good. Like you cannot save it when the partner pool is allowed to be infinitely expanding. You can save it if you use narrow partnering mechanics that allow you to constrain the pool to a list of stuff that you can reliably fact check. But the base partner mechanic, if we just keep adding to it, like we've seen Nadu, stuff slips through the cracks on design because the game is so big and they cannot possibly limit test every card combination because the history of the game is so large. And so if you make partner an ever expanding pool, it just only gets worse and worse and worse. If you do stuff like Doctor's Companion, it's fucking hot. Because you can make that pool small enough where you can make sure that nothing in this pool horse fucks the game. Or like backgrounds. You can make sure that nothing horse fucks the game. Hey, Noi, you're here. Perfect. So we will open with Noi, and then... Am I like Gorbash blind? Because I've been looking for their name, and I, again, don't see it. But either way, we're going to start with Noi, and then it's time for Comrade Gorbash. Gorbash is here. Okay. Ah, you're dark blue. That's why. Let me... Hold on. I will be... vindicated. It's much smaller than this, so hold on, let me... This is about the size of Twitch chat for me, and Gorbash is the dark blue name. This is this is why I can never find the motherfucker. This is roughly how large chat shows up on the screen I read from. So the other people that show up in this color, it's also Elikman, which is part of the reason why I always miss the shit you're saying, because I just like, whatever. And then who else? Lava Mob, you are also that color. And then Jonah, who got banned and let out of prison, you're also that color. So Twitch just does not want your name to be legible. Is there some kind of toggle for more reasonable colors? Probably. I don't know. I'm lazy. It was easier a few weeks ago. It was easier because I had a compiler that was like did not pull up colors. But that compiler that multi-streaming service has stopped working. So I'm using a different multi-streamer. So I just click back and forth between YouTube chat and Twitch chat manually. All right. We have both of our roasties for the day. So let's go for Noi, and then let's go for Comrade Gorbash. All right. Without further ado, Noi has sent in a spooky deck. Shorakai Vehicle Reanimator. I want to make it a bracket 3 deck, but the challenge is no game changers or cards that are game changers for Shorakai. Hence why I did not include Unwinding Clock. So, let me just get this straight. We're going with the official game changer list, and anything that feels too game changery because your commander makes it good, which is typically the point of commander. So it's no game changers and no cards that my pod has yelled at me for yet. Is that the line? We have to navigate the fine nuances of what Jeremy has called broken. Yeah, Shorakai, but no cards that are good with Shorakai. All right. So we can look for that. We are definitely going to fall afoul of this list at some part. Clock might be the only one that's too much. Okay. But really what we're looking for is I'm going to view the success of this list as how many cards can we get added to Noise Playgroup's list of cards that are game changers for Shorakai. That's how we make this a success. Is how many things can we give this where the next time Noi plays this, their playgroup goes, no, those are Shorakai game changers. All right, Shorakai Auto Repair, 40 lands, very responsible of you. Reanimate. Dope. Well, not overcosted, but sure, does the job. How is this not a game changer for Shorakai? How is this not? Shorakai, but no good cards, except I also have one of the best artifact ladies in the game. Alright, one last job. Okay. Open the Vaults, Redress Fate, Triumphant Reckoning. All of these mass ones make sense to me. So we're making some pilots. We have a lot of vehicles. We have a lot of ramp. Okay. Now listen, I will forgive you if you admit to me you just liked the deck name. Totally normal reason to lie about what your deck does is because you like the deck name. My question is, in a deck where we are broadly not cheating mana at all, we have some on-rate mass recursion, we have some pretty expensive singular recursion, we have a bunch of vehicles we can just cast. And so the reanimate plan seems weird to me because we have a million things where it's like, what if you, hey, crazy fucking idea, what if you played a land and cast the fucking spell, brother? We got 40 lands and we got mana rocks and we have like 3 mana vehicles. We're cheating out. There's certainly some things like the classic, all right, I'm going to dump Parhelion and then I'll pay 4 mana to get my Parhelion instead of 8 mana to get my Parhelion. But I'm going to move forward with the understanding that we're not actually that big on reanimation. We're doing it sometimes. We're mostly Shorakai's car store. Shorakai's dealership. Junkyard Dumper. Yeah, see, the way I know we're not serious about reanimation is if we were serious about reanimation, you would be pondering your motherfucking orbs. Where's dog sauce? Where's Dog Sauce on YouTube to let everybody know? We're bringing in the fucking ball. We're bringing in Lance Armstrong's missing nut. Two. Yeah, this will become, if you legitimately want to be on Shorikai's auto repair, this will be game changery for you. The other thing is, if we want to be on Reanimator, it probably shouldn't be vehicle. Like, we can do Shorikai vehicles, or we can do Shorikai artifact Reanimator. I truly don't think we should do both, because if we're doing vehicles, that means we have to have pilots, which means we have to be either activating Shorikai's effects over many, many turns. We have to be playing these additional things like Kotori, and they're kind of not that strong. Versus if we want Argaivian Restoration to feel good, it's going to feel good. I don't even think it would feel good about this, but I don't play with a lot of big artifacts. It's going to feel good with like things like Triplicate Titan, where we get to reanimate a massive fucking shithead that is just good on its own. Right now we are going like, okay, part A of my plan, I resolve Shorikai. Part B of my plan, I activate Shorikai to discard something good. Part C, I then have to cast a reanimation spell to get it back to field. Part D, then I have to crew it for a good thing to happen. We are deep, deep, deep in the conspiracy of my girlfriend is a model, you don't know her because she goes to a different school in a different country, and her dad is George Clooney. Versus what 124 is bringing up, a fucked up artifact recursion game plan is this. Yeah, and as Spellbreaker's bringing up the very cogent point, the reason you want to use reanimation is because you are going to cheat mana. The things you can do to cheat mana in Azorius is mass restoration for these artifacts. So Triumphant Reckoning, Redress Fate, Open the Vaults, Brilliant Restoration, these are all phenomenal mana cheats if you have a very, very full graveyard. If you don't have a very, very full graveyard, these get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And things like Argaivian Restoration, Refurbish, One Last Job, which is really only going to hit vehicles actually. So like Argaivian Restoration and Refurbish, these only feel good if we are bringing back something as powerful as Portal to Phyrexia. If I ever see you pay 4 mana to recur a 6 mana vehicle, I'm probably gonna pity scoop. Like if you resolve your commander to then pay a mana to dump the 6 mana Cybership into the grave, to then pay 4 mana, you have saved 1 mana and -1 turns achieving this plan. This is the... Pull up the Pee Wee Herman breakfast machine. Have we seen this movie? I'm gonna strap you into a fucking chair and make you watch this movie to understand what you are doing. Now what I will give you, these are appropriate cards to have in a totally normal Shorikai deck. I would question the Refurbish and Argaivian Restoration in a totally normal Shorikai deck, but like the mass ones make total sense. That is just a late game, the game has gone on a wild thing, people have removed my vehicles, yada 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 yada. But the paths I am going to lay out in front of you for how we make this heat is either you mill yourself hyper aggressively, we just play vehicles, and then we have the mass restoration as a parachute in case things have gone wrong, Or if you do want to do artifact recursion, we gotta play non-vehicles. Like right now we're just doing vehicles kind of badly. So let's talk about what listen, my young taxpayer, my young Catholic boy who feels too guilty to do anything naughty. Let me introduce you to what a proper Reanimator Dex curve looks like. You're doing Reanimator, you want the mana half pipe. Alright? You're taking a skateboard, you're riding this shit into space. And it's just all gigantic things, and then it is low cost spells to do the reanimation. So we want to go for the vehicles route. Good. Alright, we can get you in a used sedan with only 5,000 miles on it for minimal financing pretty easily. That's going to bring us to the completely fucking ridiculous amount of vehicles you have. This is like 5 cars per dude, and we are not that rich. We do not have green. What the hell, dog? So now things like my immediate thought is if we want to play Vehicle Reanimator, why not Greasefang? Is Shorakai a must play? That is also a good point. Shorakai is only a must play if you want to play anything approaching good magic. If we just want to do Vehicle Reanimator, they printed that commander. This is awful, by the way. Truly, truly awful. The reason you play Shorakai over playing Greasefang is because you want to survive more than 3 turns in bracket 3. Because Shorakai is going to give you access to like counterspell interaction and is going to give you a card positive draw engine in the command zone, which is very, very strong. So now the 2 paths in front of you, if you're doing vehicles, is you can be a Ratman or you can be a Gundam pilot. Both are fun in different ways. But if we go with Shorakai, you probably want to cut like 8 vehicles. You want to cut a fair amount. Like, we don't need really that many. If nothing else, we have Shorakai to crew. And what we want to fuck it up with is more interaction. Like, we have some interaction right now, but the benefit for us is we're going to have a full hand basically all of the time. You also play Greasefang because the rat is hot. You do have to use... Not that art. I will pull up the more acceptable art of Greasefang. But yeah, let's just look at how the deck plays right now. So I will go Flooded Strand. I will crack Flooded Strand for a basic island. I will Treasure Vault. I will reanimate Mobilizer Mech from my hand. Next turn. I will Seat of the Synod. And I will fucking pass. I play my commander. I have no board presence. I have no blockers. I have no interaction. But I have reanimated 2 vehicles. So now life can begin. I will create a pilot. I get to draw 2, discard 1. Now let's pretend that we had something to reanimate in hand. Oh, we do. We have Necron Monolith. Great. I'll dump this. Now, because we have fewer than 10 reanimation cards in the deck, it's going to be a good long while before we get this man out of the graveyard. The best we can really do is, I guess we could crew mobilizer mech. But we already tapped this guy. I'll tap this for white and that for blue. To Faithful Mending, draw 2. And now we're discarding 2, and like we have another vehicle we can get rid of. We're big on land, so I'll get rid of probably one of the best lands in our deck. And then I Signet, and then we pass. And then we have another pilot producer. We have a planeswalker that we cannot fucking defend. I'm going to play this untapped because I fucking feel like it. So we tap Shorakai again, draw 2. Vine Boom. I will spend 3 on this to sack it to draw an additional card. We will factor Fiction, reveal top 5. They give me all 5 because they are, because everybody pities me at this point. I pass my turn. I will probably discard Smuggler's Copter and like Felwar Stone. So we're 6 turns deep. We have 2 pilots now. And we have a 3/4 that we can create. Anime Batgirl, thank you for the raid, my friend. I hope you're having a good stream. Slight Coyote, thank you for the 50-bit cheer. The new Sid Free Flyer pilot is vehicle reanimator for 2, but I don't know how much other there is. Okay. And then, like, we have Cybership. It's almost reanimator time, and also we've just hit our land drops. I will just cast it from hand. Now, I'm not going to be too mean to you because this has happened to me before too. It looks like what happened in this deck is you thought of a funny sentence and it mind controlled you into ruining your deck. And then after that, we just don't have a good understanding of the ratios we need for a deck to be completely functional. We have so many cars. Many of them need work, but it is not work you can provide because very few of them need to be reanimated. And so the things I would recommend cutting are Argivian Restoration, One Last Job, Refurbish, Tezzeret, both the Tezzerets, honestly. Fuck these guys. And then these are all your cute big things that you want to play. So I'm going to try to let you keep those. Imposter Mech. Cultivator's Caravan. Probably mobile. I mean, I see what you're doing with... Actually, no. We have Mighty Servant of Luco still in the deck. Fuck this guy. Definitely Necron Monolith, since we have no creatures to mill. Nautiloid ship is hot. Smuggler's Copter. I think we have better Smuggler's Copter in the command zone. Unidentified hover ship. You can keep this as a meta call if you have a dirty, dirty graveyard player in your pod. And then I'll let you play Valor's flagship. I don't think we need Faithful Mending. I doubt we need Factor Fiction. And really what we need is just more in all of this. Like, you don't get to replace this with cool stuff. Your commander has unfortunately taken up legitimately all of your cool budget. And you just have to play counterspells. Because nobody who has the power of both vision and sapience should be allowing Shorakai to live. Holocron, thank you for the 5 Canadian dollars on YouTube. Hey Mald, where do I pay you so I get the details for you to roast my deck, the Banana Republic? Love the content, you sexy devil. Thank you so much, Holocron. There's 3 ways. We have a free Twitch raffle every month that will be happening on June 7th or 8th, whichever one's the Saturday next month. If you don't get in there, you can buy a commission on Ko-Fi beginning on June 1st. And third, if you have a lot of money and very little patience, you can pay me $500 to stop whatever I'm doing and roast your deck on the spot. But yeah, so the thing about Shorakai vehicles is you want to get down to like 10 to 15 really good ones. You don't necessarily want to be playing vehicles where you have to play a ton of other stuff for them to feel good. It should literally just be, I have Shorakai, I have drawn this vehicle. If I play this vehicle, I am now happy. Yes, you can also pay $694.20 for me to co-roast a deck with my girlfriend Z-Main character. And then Treco, thank you for joining the dog home on YouTube. I appreciate that generosity. And now Noi, the appropriate vehicle version of this deck will have the personality of a zipper, but it will at least be a functional zipper. You'll get to play a lot of interaction. You will get to play vehicles that you like. But your game changers should be, if you want this to be bracket 3, which it should be, I think even in bracket 2, Shorakai is going to be kind of an evil motherfucker, but he's right at home in bracket 3. Your bracket 3 cards is just like Fierce Guardianship, job done. And you have to pick your 15 favorites. You only get 15 cars. You are like a Hollywood B-list celebrity. You only have a big enough garage for your 15 favorite cars, and you can keep those, and the rest you have to fucking junk. And you replace those with just straight up instant speed spells to try to prevent people from killing your commander. And then you also cut, I think, the 2 or the 3 pieces of one-off recursion, but you keep the mass recursion. And then mass recursion is just your version of a late-game bomb. The goldfish has determined that this was a lie, Noi. If I could add tutors, what should they be? If you were going to add more tutors, I think there's things like Transit Mage. I don't know if 4 or 5 is the right mana value for you, but there are definitely creature ET. Oh, there's actual. Hold on. I legitimately do not think we can get more on the nose for what your deck wants to do than this, because they printed Artifact Birthing Pod in blue in Aether Drift. Repurposing, not refurbishing. Like, we might have to pay slightly more attention to our curve to make this thing work, but if we want to do Shorakai auto repair, this one's kind of fucking perfect, my guy. And so you can do that. You can add in Transit Mage, Trophy Mage. You can do Oswald Fiddlebender. Right? This guy will also do it. So I think those are your 2 dudes. And then if you want even more tutors on top of Oswald Fiddlebender, you get Recruiter of the Guard. And Recruiter of the Guard is a second copy of Oswald Fiddlebender. And that is all it fucking does. Do not play Stonehewer Giant. On pain of death, please do not play Stonehewer Giant. And then I think most of your game plan revolves around like, hey, how do I get Cybership as quickly as possible? How do I play Cybership as quickly as I can? Or, I don't know. You decide as quickly as I can. And then you cut the ones that are like just okay. I legitimately question Thopter Fabricator, actually. Like, I think it's a fine card, but I think we would rather play a tutor. Fuck Mighty Servant of Luco, though. Pilot Maker? Our commander's a Pilot Maker. What the fuck are we talking about? We don't need 87 pilots for 2 cars, Noi. At some point, there's too many cooks in the kitchen. Like, we just need... We need Shorakai and a counterspell for the man who attempts to shoot Shorakai in the gas tank. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think you need this, so it just depends if... Based on what Noi has said so far, I doubt Noi will resonate with this card, but if you want Crackerhoof, Crackerhoof would work well with both either Pilots Rise Up, or you just crew all your vehicles and then play Moonshaker Cavalry, and then they're creatures and they all fly, and it's just Cyberdrive Awakener. Yeah, it's just Cyberdrive Awakener, but better. But yeah, like, I think the reason I don't super believe anything we have put in the deck on the basis of this is a backup pilot, this is like a redundancy for Shorakai. Shorakai is the best thing at what it does, and so the best possible thing you can do is counterspell to protect Shorakai. Versus what if I played this other card that does a similar thing but bad, so that I can do that if Shorakai is killed in Azorius in the colors of nuh-uh, no you didn't do that, is a ridiculous proposition at the best of times, unless we have like some very specific... I can't even think of a coherent theme. Like, I can't think of a theme that would pass a field sobriety test and would mandate that we just let Shorakai get shot so that people feel better about it. Oh yeah, and then the other, I guess our three game changers are all blue. They are Fierce Guardianship, they are Intuition, and they are Gifts Ungiven. And every time what you do is you name a bunch of fucked up vehicles and you name a reanimation spell. And you either get a fucked up vehicle or you get a reanimation spell for multiple fucked up vehicles. But there are a ton of very powerful intuition piles and gifts ungiven piles you can do where you always end up on top because you name some mix of Emery, Brilliant Restoration, Salvation Engine, etc., etc., etc. And then it's just if your group wants to play Bracket 3 or not, because this would be a good Bracket 3 deck. Our Final Fantasy vehicle is good. Let's look. Let's see if we can get you any vehicular heat out of the Final Fantasy set. These are truly, truly terrible. If you wanted to ramp like a crazy motherfucker, like if you want to be really, really irresponsible, if you want to be truly irresponsible about the mana curve of your vehicles list, you can run this thing. Check out Rebek and Silas. No. No. And then I will check Aether Drift, but that is 2 strikes already. So we have an energy counter thing that's bad. We have this in the deck already, which I think is an acceptable tutor. We have this in the deck already. So I think we looked, hey, we opened up some Aether Drift booster packs before we built this deck. And we have Salvation Engine. And we have Valor's Flagship. It looks like most of this deck was built out of an Aether Drift box, actually. Ooh, Reaver Titan would be good. This is a very solid, massive shithead who we will be able to produce the pilots to support and will deal a bunch of damage to everybody, whether or not he's getting through. And then a lot of like the cheap removal that most commander players are running will not deal with him. Yeah, this guy's hot. This guy should be one of the 15. Probably over one of your other pretty expensive ones. Number 3, Alec. Yeah, Night Paladin's also fine. We won't get as much use out of this one because we're not going to be doing a Flicker game plan, and I swear to God, if any of you mention a Flicker game plan, I will ban you. But the ETB is good. It works well with if we reanimate it after getting board wiped. Crew 1 on a 6/6 body is great. We have Thunderhawk Gunship already. Oh, it's Low Shield, not Low Sheen. Okay. No. No! Oh, no. Not for a fucking moment. Not for a fucking moment are we playing this, man. First and foremost, they're not entering as artifact creatures. Second, the whole point is that as vehicles, they should have better stat lines than anything we're running them into. Like, we don't need extra airbags on the car. We're hitting other people, not other cars. Slight Coyote, Mighty Servant of Luco is in the deck, and it is getting cut immediately. Fuck this loser. I mean, we could keep it over, like, Cultivator's Caravan. We have Shorakai. Stop trying to build for this magical turn where we draw 8 fucking cards and just accept, hey, drawing 3 cards on my turn is enough. If we can't figure it out with 3 cards a turn, we don't deserve to figure it out. We just deserve to fall over and die. If the only possible win con, if the only possible way we figure out I draw 3 cards every turn is I have to build into an engine that draws 10 cards every turn, otherwise I lose. Just lose. And like, I think it's better for, as somebody who went through a phase of I want to touch every card in my deck every game, I think if you try to build a deck where you pick up every card, they get boring faster. They just do, because if you build for an engine where you get to see everything every game, it's like, why are we playing Commander at that point? Which I realized is like a nuanced take and is not objectively correct, even though it is because I said it and I'm God. It just feels, I've always found it more satisfying to build a deck where I can confidently touch 30 to 40 cards and I'm happy with any combination of 30 to 40 cards that I touch, versus I have to build a deck where I touch 80. Because if I'm touching 80 a fucking game, not only did some Christmas land shit have to happen for me to get to 80, but it's like, I've seen all of you. I saw all of you last game. All it's gonna need is head deflated so you can get out of the room to piss later. So true. But so when we already have such a good advantage engine in the command zone, I would rather just protect this thing well and draw 3 fucking cards every turn. And then we can have a few more like one-off card draw pieces that are particularly good, or we can have those tutor piles for when we need to go into our car toolbox. But for the most part, like, we don't need to be like, because I can draw 3. I don't even like the untap effects. I'm just not going to contest those because they are crazy good. But I think this is the deepest we should be going into what if I could draw my whole deck every turn, and I don't think we doubled down on shit like Smuggler's Copter or like Faithful Mending. And I understand why we did this for the reanimation game plan. The reanimation game plan is a lie. These are just good spells for the late game. Oh, true. You are one of the few decks where this card is good. This card gets to be good in your deck. Yeah, if you want untappers, or if we want, like, take anything you were using as an extra draw engine and replace it with unstoppable plan, and just my vehicles have pseudo vigilance. My vehicles have pseudo vigilance. I'm now up to 5 cards a turn rotation. If I tap Shorakai twice, and if I'm untapping mana rocks, I should if I'm untapping mana rocks, I'll have access to either my protection spells or, like, this is all we need. This is straight up all we need for a fucked up crazy draw engine, and everything else can be cool vehicles that we run into unsuspecting children. Yeah, it's Unwinding Clock, but Jeremy hasn't heard of it yet, so nobody's going to be mean to you when you play it. We legit don't want humility. We do not want this because minimum, it fucks our pilots. A huge part of Shorakai is all of your pilots crew as though they had 3 power. Humility fucks that. Even though it's going to fuck other people harder, we don't want to be playing any type of stacks where we are also bricking ourselves, unless we are playing in, like, no holds barred, I need to survive bracket 4, bracket 5. And yeah, I don't know how layers work, but if our vehicles become 1/1s, Jesus Christ. Unstoppable plan is stone cold unplayable 3/3 Elk. Yeah, I mean, that's just because Elk is in the part of his MTG player arc where he hates anything that's not good. I love him. I think the whole team of, like, Trinket Mage, Salubrious Snail, and 3/3 Elk only like a deck if there's, like, a flowchart required to explain it, which I understand. I went through that phase. My phase of enjoying that was just very, very short. And he definitely said that as exaggeration. Or, like, with respect to unstoppable, like, any deck that wants to run unstoppable plan probably has a more powerful option to run over unstoppable plan, which that is true. That is a stone cold fact. But this deck's better version is Unwinding Clock, which we have already decided hurts people's fifis too much. All right, we're gonna do, well, let's put you on here. I think we have you here, and honestly, I want to move you to here. I think with the edits we've suggested, what this is going to do is it's going to get a deck that is extremely playable and extremely functional. And any jokes you want to make, any fun times you have to have, those are going to have to come from you as a person. Your cards are not going to, like, set you up for a ton of jokes, and that is fine. You can still be a totally fun person to play with, even if your cards are not setting you up for a ton of jokes. Right now, we're getting a little bit too lost in the sauce on what if... God. What if I got a fucking bad financing deal on a 1995 Honda Civic when you do have the money available to just buy the good cars? And so that's how I would change it. I hope you have enjoyed this roast and it has provided either some useful tips or at least some enjoyment. We're going to do a manual ad break, and then it's time for Comrade Gorbash. And I am going to deflate my massive fucking brain. Oh man. Oh, actually, before I go to the bathroom, I'm gonna share the most cruel, totally unintended roast Z has ever done of me. So we're watching a new television show, and there's a character in it, and at one point, this character is walking on screen, and Z goes, "Damn, what's up with that dude's head? You could crack eggs on that motherfucker." And Mango, if this part makes it into the VOD, please Photoshop my face onto the gentleman in question. And I immediately went, "Hey!" Right. Yes, that is me. That is me acting in hit TV show Dark. Getting eggs cracked on my fucking forehead. More than 10 years, more than 10 minutes. This shit is how I look. So anyway, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna leave that on screen for your enjoyment, and then we're gonna hit Gorbash's roast. So, bitches, I got an Uncrustable. Pick so real it turned you pious? That's a fucking great quote. I mean, straight up, I think I think I would look 100% identical if I just wet my hair. I don't even think there's a widow's peak difference here. I think the entirety of the difference between this character and me is just that my hair's taller. Like, where are we? Oh, yeah. No, that's awful. I don't like that. We're going... How do I floof this bullshit? But anyway, yeah, so Z hit me with that. And it hurt. What's so wrong with Stone Hero Giant? I have it in my Sephiroth Fallen Hero deck. So we see how it says equipment. And we see how we were talking about a Shorikai deck, which is about vehicles. Are the two dots connecting? Are the tips touching yet? "100% standing for Mauled in a priest outfit so I can call him father with no guilt. Swallow the pickle. I want to chastise you. You are going to be extremely happy with the next update to the deck roasting format." BM Shooter, thank you for the random Smasher Pass redeem. That's just a land. I'm not even judging that. Oh, hell. This part. Smash. My dark realms are rising indeed. Hey, what's up, Delvigor? Welcome to the stream. Okay. Comrade Gorbash's deck, who I can see. Thank you for changing the color of your name. That's much easier to find now. Let's pull up Gorbash's deck. This is a brand new deck that has seen limited play. I was looking for a Selesnya strategy that wasn't life gain, +1/+1 counters, or tokens, and I stumbled across Dalsim. He provides a strong engine in the command zone, built-in protection, provides evasion and pseudo-vigilance to my creatures, draws me cards. I just needed to find a way to convert that into a win. After a few lackluster attempts, I realized how many of the crappy reach creatures had Death Touch, and then I snuck in friend to all things, Finn the Fang Bearer. Yes, this is Selesnya Surprise Poison. Bio Warfare program with the fucking frog. Oh, I was coming in mad, but that's so good. Oh, I was gonna shut you down instantly, but the fucking frog pick. Alright, fine. As mandated by Article 2, Subsection 3 of the Conventions and in compliance with international law, I hereby disclose that this is a poison deck. Who the fuck is Dalsim? Oh, is this like a Universes Beyond, Universes Within type thing? Okay, it is, yes. Alright. So we have a 1/3 with Reach, hexproof unless attacking. Whenever a creature you control with Reach attacks, untap it, can't be blocked by creatures with greater power this combat. Whenever one or more creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Okay. I see what you're saying. Good protection. We have pseudo-vigilance. We have a potential card advantage engine, and reach creatures typically are donked up, so they have a good chance of these blocks being favorable. Why would we use this guy and not Dalsim? I don't know. This art at least looks somewhat serious. This man's trolling. Okay, so we have good card, well, card. Okay, immediate disagreement. Good. We have things we can fix. I was worried that I was going to have trouble saving this deck, but you have fucked it up all on your own. Tremendous. Yes. Okay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, Legolas, obviously good because we can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less, and then with Thaddeus can't be blocked by higher, so this is not one of the fuck ups. 6 is just one of the best cards ever fucking printed. Wilson's contact tracing. So this is how we're finding Finn. Conventional weapons. We are true haters. I am not sure I agree with this. I do not think we are being prejudiced enough in our removal. It looks like, I mean, this looks like your typical ChatGPT removal section, so this is another thing we can save. I like that. I like potential. I've learned to give up on the idea of the deck just being good, and I've learned to love potential. Cross-contamination, so we can make something else a reacher. Give everything reach. I'm going to assume Spider Silk Armor has been errata to provide the reach keyword. Yes, okay. Disease vectors. So, oh god, we only have 10 fucking Death Touchers? Okay. So we have 10 ways to apply Death Touch, which is the entirety of our ability to win the game. Dual use, sure. Enrichment process. We have 15 pieces of ramp? What's our... Herm? Who are we doing all this for? What's the 7 mana permanent? Alright. Alright. Yeah, look. I'm not gonna say he's bad. I'm not gonna say he's bad. We got 1 dinosaur. You can just hit some fucking land drops. Treaty violations major. Okay. I'm fine with all these. I'm fine with all these. Hey, where'd that dog come from? This is about to become a dog walking deck. So I think the main things that I don't like is we are a few layers deep into having incredibly specific conditions to be allowed to cook at all. Our reach creatures are going to do basically no damage, which we are justifying as they are contributing to a draw engine to find the thing that will make them lethal. We have like 1 guy in the deck that's going to make the deck work. If patient 0 gets killed, these guys fucking suck. 1 dinosaur is not enough to make that work. We're also crazy high on ramp, and this is where, this is where we fuck it up with the elk game plan. And Cairo Kyuto, thank you for the 3 months in a row with the Prime sub, my friend. Welcome back to the dog home. We don't need some form of proliferation, or at least we don't yet. What we need is Recruiter of the Guard and Recruiter of the Guard accessories. We do not need Gift of the Viper. Wait, we can't even get Finn with Recruiter of the Guard. Can we get the Lancers? No, but we can get Philia. Okay, so how do we find this guy? Because the effect that we have of Clifftop Lookout, we want this, but for creatures. We need to be cycling through our deck with relative expediency, because if we don't, we're just going to be there tapping people with 1/3s for all time. Collected Company would not be bad. Well, it would, but it would be perfect for the type of terrible bad strategy we're trying to do. There's Collected Company. There is Yeah, birthing ritual is also very possible. Are we high? Yeah, we're on 34 creatures, so we'll probably have things to feed into birthing ritual. These are non-creatures, so United Battlefront is not going to work. There's also Eldritch Evolution, and thankfully the mana values are so low that Eldritch Evolution just says like, hey, do I have any creature? That's Finn now. And then you're also going to have to do the classic, hey, I have one singular win condition, please don't kill it. You're going to have to do Pull from Eternity. One thing that will save you is that Finn is very, very cheap, and white is relatively able to recur cheap creatures efficiently. And so we can do things like Recommission, we can do things like Sun Titan as literally just a like, this is a big guy who is going to bring Finn back to life. Because eventually, one of your Death Touchers is going to get blocked, they're going to get board wiped, something bad is going to happen to them. Can Karmic Guide? Yes, we can get it. We can get it with Karmic Guide. But if we really want this to be a poison deck, the deck does have to turn into a tutor chain because everything we can do is so terrible. The basis of your deck is what if I had 10-foot long arms and only weighed 20 pounds soaking wet? We have the punching strength of a dead baby. And the only thing that can translate it into a win is if that dead baby hand has some anthrax on the tip. And so the things I think we cut. I do not believe we need this much ramp. I especially do not believe we need ramp that might involve us putting Finn on the bottom of our library. I think Arboreal Grazer is good with our commander because it isn't... Well, actually, no, it's not. I'm turning my back on the monkey. It can't deal combat damage. It has 0 power. So it is a thing with reach that we can swing and untap and then not get a trigger for. So I don't like Grazer. I am not like opposed to rock-based ramp. Oh my god, Tower Winder. Tower Winder, my fucking beloved. It finally has a home. No, we have it already. Alright, so we cut Arboreal Grazer. We cut... I think we cut Clifftop Lookout. Cut Paradise Mantle. I know what you're doing here. This is... far too kawaii. We are blushing too heavily for the interaction we are getting out of this. Sakura Tribe Elder I like more and more as we put in like Sun Titan and recursion stuff. Perfect. We want Mwanvuli Beast Tracker, and Mwanvuli Beast Tracker now justifies our inclusion of Tutor of the Guard. We are going to use every letter in the alphabet to put together the algebra of this combo. It is going to be A plus B plus 2C minus B plus D plus E minus Z plus F plus Y squared is going to get Finn on this fucking battlefield, but we are putting Finn on this fucking battlefield. So we have Recruiter, We have Monvuli Beast Tracker. We already have Philia, so that we can flicker either of these pieces to either get fin or get fin accessories. I don't like... Well, I guess Twitching Doll is... It's worth it to have a creature. It is potential sacrifice fodder for Birthing Ritual or something like that. Do we have Sarith? Is it Sartith or Sarith? Sarith. Yeah, this seems like a... Oh, no, because nothing's going to be tapped. This is a non-bow. Because we swing anything that has reach on it, we just untap. I mean, it gives stuff hexproof. So I guess we put it in, but we put it in just for hexproof. We don't consider it a death touch helper. We just consider it a, like, piece of fin protection to avoid single target removal. What about acidic slime? What the fuck about acidic slime? We have Orenfos Frostfang. I think we can do Bow of Nylea, yeah. Yeah, I think we can rock that. Oren Frostfang's already in it. No. Potentially, but again, this is like another thing where we want to do something that is so irresponsible and unreliable. I think we are better off improving the reliability than trying to be like, but what if I applied an extra 2 poison counters? There's maybe something cute you can do with Twinblade Geist if we sacrifice them to tutor and then use the disturb cost. Like, I think this is the cutest thing that we get to keep. Because that's cute. If we ever play this, and then we have a chump blocker... or we sack it to Birthing Ritual, Eldritch Evolution, whatever, then we have a double strike thing we can put on a Death Toucher. I'll tell you what, I would like Lurking Predators more than I like Putrefax. We're on 34 creatures, and I think any cuts we make are only going to drive that number up. And so if you want a big expensive thing to pay for, this is the big expensive thing to pay for. Oh, is Fauna Shaman in here already? No, but it should be. I generally prefer Lurking Predators with 50 plus creatures, but your mileage may vary. I mean, I think it's the best when you have that many, but if you put in more than 50 creatures, you have probably fucked up the deck in some type of serious way. I think Lurking Predators begins to work at around 40. Occam Adversary might be a decent value piece. I don't think we need decent value pieces. I think we need guys that call Finn. The entire deck needs to be motherfuckers that have Finn the Fangbearer's phone number and can call Finn and can tell him, "Hey man, please come to the battlefield. We need you." We need you to come shit on all of our knives. Beast Whisperer. So Beast Whisperer is another like, oh, Flesh Burrow. Beast Whisperer is another good generic value piece. I do not think this deck needs a lot of good generic value pieces. I think what this deck needs is a million fucking tutor chains to find Finn, because if we don't, like, let's play the deck on the presumption that at the beginning of the game somebody goes I forget the 1-mana version of this card, but there's Surgical Extraction. Discarded, yes, I do. Hey, Scryfall, can we pick it up a little? We got stuff to do here. We got stuff to do. Wolf, thank you for the drink water redeem. I appreciate you looking out for my health. Oh, that's only graveyard. Okay, whatever. So it's not going to be Surgical Extraction, but early in the game, we get hit with one of the various cards that say, I exile something from your deck, fuck your secret commander. And we're not going to have Finn. So we play Bountiful Promenade. We tap for this. We play this. Turn 2, we play this. We Rampant Growth, fetching a forest. Turn 3, we play our commander. Pretty decent opening. Pretty hot opening. We swing this guy. He gets untapped. He's unblockable. We hit for 0. No trigger. We can, sure, play Putrefax and jump scare the shit out of everybody. What else can we do? We can untap everything or give stuff Convoke. We play this and we scare the absolute shit out of everybody. We swing, we untap. I'll say our commander gets through. We draw 1 card. We play 6. And we play Prop Room. This thing got sacrificed. We swing our commander. It's turn 5. You don't have a free hit, but I will give you one. And we get Austere Command. This is a reasonable board wipe. I'll blow up. Nope, if we choose 3 or greater, our commander dies. I don't like that. I will swing everything. They untap. I'll say 1 gets through. We put Temple Garden back to hand. And we draw a card. Okay, that's dope. We can play Enduring Vitality. And now on future turns, we can retrace Putrefax to try to kill whoever we applied 5 poison counters to. I think we've dealt like 5 total damage otherwise. We do this. We tap 4 mana for Clever Concealment. Then we Austere Command. We blow everybody to hell. And we probably do that post-combat, because we can swing our Reachers. We do 3 to the grave. We don't get a land back. But after we get them untapped and we draw our 1 card off combat damage, we phase them out. We board wipe everybody. We've dealt, what, like 7 damage total. We play a Toxic 1 with Double Strike, who does not have reach, but we can play Audric Lunarch Marshal to give him reach, but he also doesn't have haste. We will retrace Eladamri's Call. Now, if we're in the world where Finn is still in the deck, we can begin playing Magic at this point, but we have 0 Death Touchers in hand. If we're in a world where Finn has been Necromentia'd or whatever out of our deck, we tutor to tell them that we did it, and then we scoop. And so this is why I believe we're through a quarter of the deck, and we have a pretty good generic advantage engine in. This is why I don't believe we should take the deck in the direction of how do we stack more good engines on top of each other, and what we have to do is how do I just Eladamri's Call every fucking turn, because we have to get Finn to field. We have to get Finn to field, and then we have to find other Death Touchers. Because if we turn any of these creatures into Finn, Odric can save us. And if we don't have Odric and we turn any of these other creatures into Finn, we get nothing. Everything about this deck comes down to Finn the Fangbearer, because we have 0 other finishers, which is ridiculous and irresponsible, and it is a beautiful, beautiful thing you are allowed to do in the game Magic the Gathering. And so there's all the things we already suggested. It has 1 other finisher. Is that dying? Are you about to tell me Tyrannix Rex is a finisher? Triumph of the Hordes. I legitimately do not believe you. Genuinely. The average power in this deck is half Triumph of the Hordes. Yeah, watch out, bro. Somebody gave our Boreal Grazer a fucking needle. Well, kills 1 person! Yeah, and again, we can chase this dream to the end of the rainbow and look for the pot of golden diarrhea that you want to jump in. But it's all on Finn. Triumph of the Hordes might finish off 1 person, but because the direction we've taken the deck incentivizes us to play creatures with incredibly low power, they just don't have the power necessary to apply 30 poison counters or whatever we'd need them to apply, or like even 15, even 20. Like, we take 1 person out and then we fall over and die. And so it should be threats undetected is good. We can grab some pairing of, like, we grab Finn, we grab 2 tutors, and we grab Sun Titan, and then whatever they let us keep works fine for us. Hello, baby.
Do you know where the mic is?
Oh yeah, I've been charging it. There you go.
Thank you.
So most of every situation in which we shouldn't go in on buff effects, Kairakuto, because here's what's going to happen. As soon as we do any type of broad board buffing effect, that becomes better than the Finn plan, and then we lose the vibe of what the deck wants to achieve. Because it's a very, very easy thing to go, well, what about Beastmaster Ascension? Now, all of my creatures are good at fighting. What if I play Kathar's Crusafe, which is a very real card, and I just play a ton of creatures? What if I play Craterhoof? And those immediately become so much better than what the Bio-Warfare program is doing, that the deck's no longer Bio-Warfare program. So I want to try to optimize it within the domain of, this is my gimmick is Finn. We are doing Finn stuff. And if we're doing Finn stuff, it is that 8-mile long daisy chain of tutors to make sure that Finn gets onto the battlefield and can be returned from the graveyard, or maybe even returned from exile if he gets exiled. So I think right now we are deep in short behavior. I like the idea. I love the name of the deck plus the image. I do not think it is at all functional based on the goldfishing. Like, oh lord. But I do think you're smelling something correct when you go, this is a like a protectable draw engine, and I can do stuff with dumb little reachy Death Toucher creatures. But this guy is all of our ways to win, wrapped up in a little knapsack. And Putrefax is real cute. Jarther, would effects that say toughness instead of power be good here? No. If we want to do toughness instead of power, we just play Doran. We play Doran or Felithar or like any of the other... Yeah, like nothing. It's just a different deck if we want to do hit with toughness instead of power, because things with reach will have toughness higher than their power, but they still have terrible fucking stat lines overall. Like, oh wow, my 2-mana 1/2 is now a 2-mana 2/2. Alright, look how playable I am, said no one. Like, oh, a 4-mana 3/3? Why I never. And so we have to go... I think straight up everything from the R0 section except Twinblade Geist has to go. Twinblade Geist is just barely cute enough that I'll let you keep it. And then we cut some of this ramp and we just go tutor, 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 tutor. For your interaction, Wings is fine. Generous gift and stuff is fine. I would like to see more. I keep recommending this fucking card. But I would like to see you grasp fate. Because not only is this going to help you deal with multiple problems, removal magnet, which you want. You would like a magnet that tricks people into removing this thing before you play Finn. So Grasp of Fate would be good. I keep missing fucking letters. But Battle of Bywater? Yeah, because we have like nearly nothing with 3 or more. Endurance, who doesn't matter. Even Orin Frostfang. Yeah, anything... I think anything we kill with Battle of Bywater, we're okay losing. There's a better version of Grasp for an extra mana from MCAM. And if we go heavy on the creature game plan and we have this like potential flicker game plan, you can also do Skyclave Apparition, because you can steal their value engines. Once you have stolen their value engines, if you lose Skyclave or flicker Skyclave to reuse it, now they have a 3/3 or a 4/4 that will not be able to block your Death Touchers. Oh, Jesus, Jaces. I'm sorry, man. That sucks. I don't know if I'd call this better for the purposes of this deck. But I would call Skyclave Apparition quite good. And I would call Grasp of Fate an almost must-have. Time of Need! Yet another good tutor. I think the biggest problem with this deck is it is even with getting Finn, it's a very weak game plan. But we're kind of definitionally like bracket 3 or even high bracket 3 because the deck is a tutor chain. And so it is kind of like playgroup dependent on if they will accept it. But I think that's the way to go. So Gorbash, I hope you enjoyed, or we've at least helped you achieve your biowarfare dreams. I like the dream, and I think you do have something here, but I think the deck has to be like 20% tutors by weight if we're going to make it work. And you can do extremely specific tutors, but boy howdy, do we need a lot of them. All right, we're going to do the manual ad break, and then we're going to get Kuro Hitsuki on the line to build VV Stompy. Discarded Darling, to get my genuine criticism on the deck, that is going to be a deck roast, which is either from the free roasting stream that happens on Twitch the first weekend of every month, or you can purchase a commission from Ko-Fi the first Sunday of each month. So this coming Sunday on June 1st, they'll go live. Or, and this is mostly a joke price, but some people have done it, you can pay $500 for me to stop whatever I'm doing and look at your deck on the spot. Starry-Eyed, there will not be Darkest Dungeon today. The planned Darkest Dungeon section is getting replaced with a collab. Replaced with the collab with Kuro Hitsuki. And so if we do Darkest Dungeon, it will be done tomorrow, and it will be done if we are able to get shorts out. Hell yeah, Starry-Eyed, scratch away. All right, Kuro says he'll be ready in 2 minutes. So before, yeah, we're not doing custom cards today. To be clear on the goals of the VV deck, it's basically intended to be mono green Stompy, but in is it? That's pretty close. I don't think it's entirely that simple. We do still want to allow and highlight stuff that makes is it special without leaning fully into Storm. It's going to be a weird tightrope to walk, but I do have confidence I can walk it. So let me just make a new PowerPoint for this. Building VV, but not lame. We're going to get to rules. Rule number 1. Curiosity is not allowed in this house. I think rule number 2, let's make this whole... Yeah, curiosity is not allowed in this house. Rule number 2, we still counterspell. Rule number 3, we do not play Voltron in this house. We are making VV cool, not weak. Rule number 4, which is going to have a little bit of give and take. We are going to prioritize creatures with pips over creatures that are colorless. If we wanted to, we could fill the deck with Ulamogs and Ulamog-shaped accessories, and at this point, we are basically just playing Nira. I don't want to do that either. We're building VV because I want to play VV. And so we're going to prioritize things that are here. Let's work in MS Paint. Oh yeah, curiosity is not allowed in this house. We do not give a shit about pinging in this house. The peak of our deck, the pinnacle, what I want to remain our most favorite interaction is Vivi casts Summon Bahamut. So this is where we will make an exception for colorless creatures over creatures that have pips in them, because this is a Final Fantasy tie-in, and the title of the deck is Vivi Goes to Summoner Camp. So Bahamut is allowed to be our peak. We might have some X spells in general. I want to avoid them. So there's the rules. This is Division. This deck is not about floating 20 mana. We will leave that for the combo players and the Voltron players. This deck is about showing the back-breaking power of playing slightly ahead of curve. That's what we want to focus on. We want this very much to feel like a stompy deck, and what's going to make it feel like a stompy deck is we're not trying to count to fucking 30 on an X thing. We are trying to be like, it's turn 4 and I have played a 6 mana threat. It's turn 5, I'm going to play an 8 mana threat. The most fun thing we are going to be able to do in this deck is play Myojin of Cryptic Dreams. 3/3 indestructible creature that we will use to greedily set up our next creature spell. And we get to be that greedy because Vivi is going to pay for Myojin. Hat the Butcher, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Doghouse. Why no Curiosity? Seems like it sort of takes care of the card draw suite, because as soon as we go into Vivi Curiosity, the correct thing to do is just storm off with Vivi, which is simply not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in triple Bahamut. That's what I want. All right, so I'm going to call Kuro. I'm going to shut the headphones off for a moment. Kuro, I cannot hear you yet, if you can hear me. Okay, can you talk again, Kuro? I can hear you barely at all. Okay, that is better. That is better. Keep talking for a moment. Stream can't hear you yet, but I'm going to balance you for stream before I... Okay. I think that should be good. Chat can now hear you. Chat, let me know if this is like too loud, too soft, whatever. Are you ready to go through the rules of how we're going to build this commander?
Yes. How can I see your screen?
Give me 1 second.
Yep.
All right. I'm sharing it to you on Discord. Can you see that okay?
Yep, absolutely.
All right. So did it go over to the PowerPoint now?
Yes.
Great. Turning you up because chat says you're quiet. So what we're going to do is I refuse to build this commander combo. I know it's going to be CEDH relevant. I know it's a very good high power commander. I will have that version of the deck too. But truly the thing that I think is the most stupid broken about Vivi is just giving Izzet access to permanent ramp. I think we don't deserve that, and I would like to show why that is a deep, deep mistake. And so what we're going to not do, we're not putting Curiosity in. We are not doing any ping synergies. We are going to buff Vivi by having a very, very large interaction suite, and it's just going to be, when it's not my turn, I am interacting with you. On my turn, I am using Vivi to play Izzet Stompy, and then I'm passing the turn with like 3 open lands to counterspell you on your turn.
Right.
So I'm also going to try to avoid Voltron, and I would also like to, with the exception of like Bahamut, because it's Final Fantasy, pick like colored red and blue creatures over just going like, let's play Eldrazi, because that's just a Nira deck at some point.
That's just, yeah, exactly, 100%. Alrighty. And do you want my camera as well?
If no camera, do you have any like graphic that I can put onto?
Yeah.
Either camera or graphic, good. I've also, to avoid the land base, we have 38 command towers. We are not, there are some obvious utility lands we might want to put in, like fucking, like Arena of Glory or something. But for the purposes of let's put cool shit in, it's fuck that noise. We are, we have fixed mana base.
I love this. Yeah, this is such a good way too, because like, I mean, diving into just like the minutia of just like, okay, we want exactly 3 islands, 5 mountains, and 3 of them have to be mobile dual face lands. Like that's just too much.
Yeah, we literally fixed that in post. Who fucking cares? So I'm gonna grab, I think, like what I'm gonna call good but lame creatures we already know are strong in Izzet, before we kind of get into the like weirder ones. And I think that starts with like Ancient Silver and Ancient Gold Dragon,
because this is just good in just the colors of blue red, but not specifically Spellslinger, right?
Yes, good creatures who fight good in blue red.
Right, because this is Bare Knuckle Brawl Izzet deck, which is hilarious.
Bare Knuckle Brawl Izzet deck. I like Agent of Treachery, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I do. I love stealing
it is
and taking things.
It is a good blue creature that costs a lot, but it's weak noodle arms. It's a 2/2, isn't it?
Yeah, weak little noodle arms. So I'm gonna he looks extremely cuttable. Is what I'm gonna. He looks very cuttable.
Thinkable, really. Like, I'm thinking. Okay, wait. No, actually, keep going. I might have a little bit of an idea.
All right, Royal Elemental, Landfall Theft. So I think there's theft potential. I'm not convinced it's the best thing we can do.
Yeah.
There's
like we can, but like, are we putting the cat in?
No, we're doing nothing with the cat.
Okay.
Hold on. Third Path Iconoclast, Young Pyromancer. This is going to be our first ban of the stream for suggesting anything even tangentially related to Spellslinger. Go to your room, think about what you've done.
Right. Okay, so no Young PZ, no third cast.
Oh, and let me show you my favorite thing that we're going to try to focus on, which is Myojin of Cryptic Dreams. So this thing sucks. It's an 8 mana 3/3, but since we'll cast it from hand, we'll get an indestructible counter that can make 3 copies of our next permanent spell. So this is like, fuck it, I play Myojin to get 4 Bahamuts.
So we're gonna use Vivi to cast the Myojin, and then we're gonna sacrifice Vivi to replay Vivi, but get 3 copies of him.
No, absolutely not. I'm getting 3 copies of Bahamut. You stinky bitch. So we have Bahamut. Let me see if the other Myojins are worth a singular goddamn.
The other blue, no, that's copies of the permanents like that you have. The red one deals damage.
We have
Sure, I'll
Myojin of Infinite Rage to blow up lands. Hold on.
Oh, wait,
Hold
wait,
on.
wait,
Hold
wait.
on. We have a Mana Dork. We don't need lands.
Okay, the Mana
Wait.
Dark only gets big. Oh wait, no, it gets plus +1 encounters, right? VV.
Yeah, yeah. Vivi,
Oh,
he
no.
gets bigger and bigger. Now it's terrible because we lose the ability to play at instant speed. But why do we even need to if you don't have any lands?
Exactly.
What do I need to counterspell if all your lands are gone? Shadow Walker, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. I appreciate that contribution to the dog pile. Morning Mall turned up late. What's the theme? Is it Stompy? Vivi goes to Summoner Camp. Is the theme here?
Like Summoner's Rift.
Yep. We're not doing Eldrazi Conscription.
Boo, boring. Boo.
Boo, wrong. Boo, wrong.
Yeah.
Myojin of Seeing Winds could
Ooh,
be
wait,
a big card draw bomb because this counts lands too.
Does.
Like truly, what I want, because this commander is so good, I want to use him to make bad cards bracket 3 playable. That's where I want to be.
We're dragging the entire lower bracket with us. We're dragging
Right.
bracket 2.
Like we can surely make, like if we just did, what if I flickered Agent of Treachery 87 times, or I made 87 clones of Agent of Treachery? Like, yeah, great, congratulations, go home.
Cool. Yeah.
But that said, I do think we put Rite of Replication in here.
Yeah. Because why?
Yeah.
I mean, we just the world is our oyster with just like big spells.
I'm gonna go to Scryfall and I'm gonna start. Can you see the Scryfall that I'm looking at? Okay, I'm gonna go to creature. I'm gonna go is it, and I'm gonna go mana value greater than or equal to 7. We're just gonna see if there's fucking terrible.
Oh.
All right, can we do anything? Is a chroma cannot do fuck all.
There is the EDH rec like list thing, so we can at least have a chroma at the bottom. Like sorted by EDH rec, right? Yeah.
Alec, we're not gonna focus on removal yet. So there's like, there's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Eldrazi. Can Dracuseth do anything? Fuck no. Can Utvara Hellkite do anything? Probably not. We might end up with a dragon sub theme. I will put it off to the side for now. Fuck yeah, Balefire Dragon. I'm gonna board wipe you every goddamn turn.
Taxus. Cavern Horde Dragon.
We're not playing this, man. We're not playing. We're not playing Lord Stinkfingers.
Oh, he got that back. What's going on right there? Fighting Angel. And we're just talking about bad.
Oh god. We could do. There's probably some type of artifact creature game plan we can do.
Escape leveler, like we could, but.
All right, Diluvian Primordial, maybe.
Oh, because that'll trigger for Vivi.
Oh, true. Yeah. Okay, so that's both VV triggers and it's just like this is also very close to the peak of what I want, which is outrageous value piece that isn't normally never gets to cast.
Ooh,
We're not.
The red primordial steals. Okay, the red primordial steals things temporarily.
Who that is? Oh, the red. Okay, yeah.
Red primordial, yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! Let's get Monarch in here. Fight me, bro. Fucking fight me. I don't think we're gonna do enough stuff outside of our hand.
Tidespout Tyrant. Wait a minute. Because we can.
I'll put
Wait
it
a
over.
minute.
I'll
Hold
put
on.
it over.
Wait. Holy shit. If we're gonna have one Eldrazi, could it be 7/7/7/7?
I will allow this, man. I will allow Mr. Keyword himself.
All right. Now, what if, like, you see the lieutenant card there?
Uh-huh, I saw it
What's
and I
cooler?
scrolled right past it.
What's cooler than this small mage surrounded by dragons waiting to just go in? Tromokratis.
Oh, there is.
It's an 8 unblockable if any of their creatures are tapped.
Yeah, this is our fucking hero, Crab Rave. Crab Rave. Okay. Um, I think Sapphire Dragon. This is also one where I'm like, oh, this is
Yeah,
so cute because it's so bad, but becomes playable because of our
yeah.
deck specifically. Like it's a counter spell that we can then use VV mana to pay for on our turn.
So we could do any of the adventures and omens.
We don't want omens, I don't think, because those shuffle. We want adventures.
Oh,
We want adventures over omens. Fuck yeah, Lord of. Who needs curiosity, bro? I spent 7 mana for my draw 3.
and I have a big old chicken out of it. Um, I mean, it
Fuck
is
yeah,
it's
like
just
this
really
is.
fun.
Oh, look at this draft chaff, dude. This
Cast a Nugget
VV's about to make this card look solid.
Holy shit!
That's what blows my fucking mind in this game is when it's like, oh my god, this card is so fucking bad, and yet
Unless
you're going to lose to it.
Maelstrom Colossus.
Nah. No pips, no pips.
Molten Primordial.
I do like Molten Primordial.
Mhm.
I don't think we need this fairy shit.
No, we're not doing non-creature spells that are that big. Shisgora does something wacky, right? Affinity for artifacts.
We're not big. We're not going to be huge on
Yeah.
artifacts though. We could straight up do like Wind Reader Sphinx because a lot of these guys are going to end up with flying. Like a lot of the things we've looked at are either flyers or they make dragons. So I'm kind of. Hold on. Ontario, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Mauled, if VV is going to be big and we aren't attacking with them anyway, what if we double dipped on power and turned it into an overrun with Dragon Throne? Why do you think VV's not going to be attacking? I said no Voltron. I didn't say VV wasn't about to be about their bucks.
Right.
Like VV's not backing down. They're just doing it with their hands.
Right.
But I see what you're doing. Legitimately Dragon Throne of Tarkir is probably playable anyway because we either don't get it and VV punches people or we get it and all of our stuff kills everybody.
That Cyclone Summoner.
Giants, Wizards, and Lands. But we're not going to be big on Giants and Wizards. If anything, we're looking like...
Vivi's a wizard.
Well, right, but we want to keep all of our other creatures. We're going to have a bunch of fucking dragons and shit out here. I think we have too many non-things.
Yeah,
I think
will have to put that list down there.
Hulking Metamorph is a definite possibility.
Just make a copy of one of our things that are already out.
Copy of one of our things. Yeah. Just second copy of one of our good creatures. We could do fucking Memnarch Mana Dump, make everybody hate us. I think that's no. Come on. I wanna Avatar of Slaughter? Fuck yes. Immediately yes. This is what we want. This is what we want. This is my VV Avatar of Slaughter deck. We already have the Meogens.
I can't remember the Pelicron stuff. Not really.
God, if Mirror Shell Crab was not an active non-bow, because the channel ability, if this was an adventure, we'd be playing it.
Is there not like an adventure crab that like counters something? No.
If there is, we will fucking find it.
Damn right. Magnetic Force. Oh, the Force is the blue and the red Force. I mean, I can tell you the red Force is not played often.
Oh hell yeah, Magmatic Force, and then we also have potentially Breaching Leviathan.
What's the Assassin's Creed people?
We could exile stuff from graveyard to make things base. I don't think we want this though. This is like artifact self-mill bullshit.
Yeah. Scholar of the Lost Trove. If there's stuff in our graveyard, we can cast a bunch of stuff that's in our graveyard, right? Cast target.
Yeah, but it's
Okay, this one.
cast target, which I think the way this deck is going to work is the entire low part of our curve is like mana rocks and interaction, and then the creatures are just like all fucking ridiculous.
Right.
We play fucking
fuck's a
Havoc
Havoc
Eater. Look at this
What
dipshit.
is-
Look at this dipshit. Goad
I've
a
never-
creature for each opponent and make them huge based on how much you goaded.
Holy shit! They keep the counters. They stay.
Yeah, they
huge.
keep the counters. They stay big.
There's like a lot of red like.
There's so much bullshit in this game we never get to play because the Gruul players turn it into goddamn landfall and the Simic players turn it into 1/1 counters. This is what VV was for.
Yes.
So
What was the red
non-dinosaurs.
dragon
Huh?
that had adventure above? That red dragon with adventure. What was that? Was that? Oh, just 1 damage or whatever.
To each thing you don't control. Yeah, I don't think that's
Oh, okay.
quite good enough.
Colossal
Draw
Whale.
cards equal to opponents.
Sphinx Ambassador's funny, but that's just because Sphinxes are hot. She has boobs.
Wait, hold on. No.
Yeah. Okay.
So on combat damage, search their library for a card. They name a card. If you searched a creature card other than the named card, we get it.
Yeah.
That sounds.
And she's hot.
All right, and she got them Chumbawambas. So I like that a lot. Okay. I'm feeling that this deck is not going to work, but I am fucking feeling it.
But it might.
It might. I'm gonna do my goddamn best to make it work.
Damn right. Thunder Chud.
So Chancellor is like free cast sorcery from an opponent, which I think is fine, but not
That's
actually
definitely
that
right.
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think
It's all conspiracy unraveler.
but our graveyard's gonna be full of like shitty counter
absolutely.
spells. It's gonna we're gonna have reality shift in the graveyard.
Yeah. Turns of Discord.
They're gonna hate us. They're already gonna hate us for playing VV.
Yeah.
Can we cash this threat check? Target opponent sacrifices a random permanent, and if it's not a land, they keep going. They're gonna hate us. I'm gonna open a tab for it for like no reason, but they're gonna hate us.
Yeah. That just casts like a spell from our graveyard into the
Right, which
sorcery
is
only.
legitimately isn't nothing because anytime we do this, it makes VV. So I think these are the types of cards we want to have as like we might have to add these, which sucks, but we may need them just to keep just to get VV's mana battery big enough to do the stupid shit we want to do.
Right. Oh, Jin of the Illuminatus replicate.
I think if the replicates re-triggered VV, I would be on it, but it doesn't.
Yeah, you just copy.
Yeah, and all of our individual spells. God, Tidal Force is not good enough, but is the Pearlic.
That's crazy.
It's prowess though. It's just prowess. He's cutie though. He's a fucking cutie.
Oh, crab.
Crab, so true, crab, but it's but this is a crab you're meant to cost reduce by cantripping. I want to do just like holy shit, that is overcosted. I want every card we play to elicit the visceral reaction, why does that cost that much? And
why are you putting it into play right now?
Yeah, and how do you have it turn 5?
Wait a minute.
White Bread, thank you for the 95-bit cheers. Shout out Colossal Whale. I will look at that later.
Hold on. Go up one. Oh, just instant source. Okay, I was thinking of Kylox.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Now what about
Grozlok? No, dude.
Any number of cards with 9. How many 9s do we have? Oh, fucking none. Okay. Never mind. The dreams. Breaching Leviathan! Yeah, we don't have enough 9s to make this work, but that's...
3-3 Elk loves the transmute cards, and listen...
Oh, yeah, transmutes.
True.
Okay, Bloodfire Colossus is very whatever. Unblockable 6/6 for 8 mana? Hell yeah.
Shivan Branch Burner. What? I've never in my life seen that card. That's a lie. Trench Scorcher takes
That's
Lanza.
not true. Look at the top 4 card. No.
Molten Monstrosity. Oh, isn't that the X Life one? Molten Monstrosity up one?
No, it's a power-based reduction, but it's
wait
a
minute, hold on.
but it's a 5/5, which like it sucks though. Is the thing? It's like we get it for so little, but it's also quite bad.
VV loves that.
All right, yeah. I'll try it. Hexproof on ETB. Oh, fish.
What the fuck? Doctor Who ass card is this? Alhameret. Piece of trash.
Absolute dipshit. Inferno Project, I think, is almost cooking something, but I think the total mana is only going to be like 6. We're going to be like, and now I summon my giant flame dragon. It's a 5/5.
How big is he going to be if we're not really focusing on instant sorceries and graveyards?
Well, the thing is, we're still going to have a fair amount, because I still think we go like 20 deep on like Reality Shift, Counterspell, Slip Out the Back, whatever. Because no matter what we say about this deck, as soon as we attempt to resolve this thing, all the guns are coming out.
Right.
Like, I think this is bracket 3, and our game changers are Fierce Guardianship, Deflecting SWAT, and a second illegal copy of Fierce Guardianship.
Deflecting SWAT. Yeah.
Yeah, like we're not gonna be able to little bean it all, and so we will get some. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, man? Fuck these rampers. Hey, you know what? Not gonna be us. Not gonna be us. We got one little guy and an entire bucket of creatine.
It ain't gonna be us, my dude. Come on, who else is sacrificing?
Okay. I am liking every single card we pull for this. I'm like, oh, this deck is fucking fabulous.
Good.
Cast draw cards, whatever. Island Walk is whatever.
Yeah.
Ignition Team is like almost something. Just of an 8/7 with flying.
There's other Sphinxes where like you just look at the top card of your deck. That's it. It's just it just does that. No snow mana.
I mean, we could do all snowlands. We could do all. Because it's a bunch of colorless. We float like 10 mana for Vivi, and then we have some snow mountains, and we're just like tap forever. This is another one. I like guarantee nobody either of us have met in our entire life has ever lost a game to Rhymescale fucking Dragon.
Until now.
Peter Dude's asking, Maltown, remind me, what's the rationale behind focusing Pips versus ignoring Eldrazi? The rationale is that I believe Vivi is so good, the deck will be strong no matter what we do, and ignoring the Eldrazi is going to allow us to play ridiculous shit like Magmatic Force and Breaching Leviathan and fucking Havoc Eater. Like, if we just wanted to do best stompy Vivi deck possible, we cantrip up to 10 mana, and we cast Ulamog, and everybody sighs and goes, yeah, you got it. I want something that will undeniably be bracket 3, because Vivi's fucked up and broken, and then I want to rip fucking Molten Primordial, and then next turn, I want to Rite of Replication my Molten Primordial, and steal everyone's board.
And we're gonna have fun. Everyone's gonna have fun.
And we're gonna laugh. We're gonna fucking laugh and laugh and laugh the entire time we play the deck.
Oh yeah, no, Sunburst cards don't work.
Yeah, we're getting into the truly terrible thing.
Truly cursed.
Artifact board wiping is it? Furnace Dragon. It would fuck us because we're gonna be huge on mana rocks. We're gonna be huge.
It does cost 9.
It does cost
transmute that shit.
The tutor chains back. Scry 4 for 7 mana. Hell yeah.
That's amazing. Champion Elemental?
Damn, if only.
6-sided dice.
No. Slipstream Eel, no. Alright, a double striking 4/3. They do not want to see us win.
With Morph, bro. Oh my god,
with
it's only
Morph. With the Morph, he says. A
I'm thinking
6/6 with haste. Okay.
we're getting there.
No,
What?
that is ridiculous. You give this to somebody else. If there's we make everybody count the total number of permanents in the game every fucking upkeep.
Is that worse than an Eldrazi? Because I think it.
We could definitely. I think the Gear Hulks.
That's true.
The Gear Hulks will probably go in. So there's like an entire category of stuff we're gonna have that is like these are known good cards. We looked at I think one or two of these, but like Astral Dragon, known tremendously good blue card.
Right. No one hater, Astral Dragon.
Okay, so I think we are exhausting 7 and above, so let's look at equals 6.
Equals 6, yeah.
Yeah, and see if there's any cookery we can commit on 6 mana.
Absolute tomfoolery. I thought it just gave you Sapphire Dragon. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Oh, my goat. My goat Atali.
Isn't that just an Eldrazi for the dragon?
That is not true. Everybody loves Atali. Shut your little mouth up. Everybody loves Atali. Okay, so
it's crazy. Oh,
do we like Morag, right? We're gonna beat people to death. We do like Morag.
And Scorch to the Throne. Scorch to the Throne gives us Dethrone, which gives us +1+ encounters for Vivi.
Oh, so real. Okay. So let me...
Damn, it's gonna be funny when we just keep attacking like the same person, but we keep getting like +1/0 every combat. And then Vivi...
This is about to be fucked up. So let me look at Morag.
You know what would be funny if like, because this is great. I love the idea of like Vivi like just having a bunch of like flaming fists and just beating people to death. If the whole deck was just other creatures who are just like power toughness equals to instant or sorcery in the graveyard, and that's just all it was. Like they're all just.
Oh, that would also be hot. That is a different ass deck. I don't think we need flying. We're gonna beat you on the fucking ground game.
Although it would be funny because they don't have flying, so we do kill them.
That is true.
Oh, wait, Hellkite. Wait, Hellkite. Hey. How many?
That's a potential finisher for sure.
Hellkite course now. We don't.
Bloodthirster.
That's funny.
Okay, so let's look at Bloodthirster. Hellkite Charger.
Yeah.
As our potential potential finishers as we get extra combats. Autumn Soldier is another one where like I've played this in a ton of decks. It would probably be good. I'm gonna try to avoid adding it in favor of other silly guys.
I could not agree more. Honestly. Infernal Titan's only fair breathing to himself, right?
Yeah, only to himself. This damage trigger is legitimately better than people give it credit for, because I get to use this a lot in my Hensi decks, and there's typically a ton of like shitty stat line utility creatures you can just wipe out with Inferno
Better
Titan.
than Magmatic, probably. Like, you know, 1 mana cheaper and still on our combat train.
No, this is on every upkeep though.
Oh, I lied.
And Bro's a 7. Yeah, every upkeep, everyone's turn.
We gotta put Tidal Force in here, bro. What do you mean? We gotta be goofy and tap and untap our opponent's shit.
What's Tidal Force? Nah, you going to hell.
What do you mean? We get to untap Vivi after he just knocks someone the fuck out.
Oh, true, Vigil. All right, it's in here. Hold on, I'm gonna tag this. Let me. There we go. Let me turn the fucking tags on. There we go. We have Vigilance now.
Perfect. Untagged sources, more like unhinged ones.
I almost want to be like, oh yeah, here's my card draw engine, Arcanus the Omnipotent.
And then we untap it because it has Vigilance.
Oh my god, and we have Vigilance. Alright.
We have a tapped ability Vigilance. The best kind of Vigilance.
Hot. Immediately hot.
Yep. We're cooking. All right, what else we got in 6? And 6 really
that.
turns the fuck on, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
we don't really
went
have-
for 7 and higher. It wasn't that great.
Yeah, but all the 7 and higher things are gonna. That's what's gonna make
Yeah.
everybody fucking laugh. The problem is the 6 mana cards are like almost too playable. Like I don't even
Right.
want to put Niv Mizzet in here. It's like that's just too good. That's not what we're doing.
Boring. Wait, go up 1. Go up 2 now. 1 more. The Death's Kiss. Target creature attacks one of your opponent's against a double. Brother.
Oh
Brother.
shit! Oh
Brother.
shit!
Brother.
Okay. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Death Kiss, yeah. You can see it there.
This is the closest we will get to Voltron. This is the closest I will let us get to Voltroning in this deck is fucking Death Kiss.
It's
Baby.
so fun.
Come here.
Oh no, what is
I
happening?
see.
You are going to hate this deck.
What-
You are going to hate this. Let me show you. This the type of shit I'm on. This the type of shit we on right now.
You're playing
You're
a green deck?
cooking.
Yes. This, look at it. Read that text.
Whenever Sphinx Ambassador deals combat damage to a player, search that player's library for a card, then that player names a card. If you search for a creature card that isn't the name card, you may put it onto the pet. Why are we doing
It's
this?
go fish, but I steal your
Now
fucking
look
deck.
upwards. Now look a little higher from the text to the art.
And also look at fucking Havoc Eater.
Yeah, it's throwing it on the board.
That guy just sucks.
Why are all these such huge mana costs? Are you
Because
just
we're
ramping
using
your
we're
brains out?
using Vivi as a mana dork. It's
Son
stomp.
of a
It's
bitch.
stomp.
It's Vivi. No burn, no card draw. Just Vivi ramps me to the fucking moon.
God.
Oh, and by the way, my creatures have vigilance because on each upkeep I'm untapping them. We're gonna play. We're gonna play Crabman as
good.
well.
Oh, and
I
Tidal
don't
Force
even
will
know
tap
I've seen
down
a
one of
green
their
deck this stompy in a long
Good.
time.
Good. Fuck them.
Did you put Olimog in this fucking deck?
No, we're avoiding
Oh,
Eldrazi.
okay.
We are avoiding Eldrazi in favor of
Fun.
colored creatures
Mhm.
that will not normally see play.
This is
So there's, like-
stupid.
Oh, it's gonna be.
A Hellkite Charger?
Yeah. Yeah, Hellkite Charger. What do you mean a
Okay, yeah,
Hellkite
sure, why
Charger?
not?
This is the this is the only
This
color.
is my favorite summon. When
This
I was
and
playing.
Sire of Seven Deaths is the only thing we're breaking the colorless rule for because of the
Mm.
whole Vivi goes to summoner camp line.
It's flavor.
Yeah, and so everything else is gonna be hopefully, stuff with pips, and then we're avoiding like any Spellslinger synergies. Suds, we are going to figure out the VV juice. Don't worry. We're not going to be able to keep all of these beautiful things.
Oh, I do love a
Wait, Malt the Oliphant.
I can't
One
deny
up.
that.
Shut the fuck up, the Oliphant, Kuro. We're not.
What do you mean? Mountain cycling and it gives VV plus 2/0 and trample, baby. Come on.
Yeah, but the problem is, in my mind, we're using VV mana to pay for a lot of these creatures. So if they buff VV,
Okay. Yeah.
if they buff VV, they have to be appropriately costed.
Right. Okay.
Unless it is supremely silly, like the Death Kiss interaction, which will double
Yeah.
VV's power after we punch you with it.
No.
Unless it's supremely silly, I think the power boosters have to be responsible. So
fair.
Torrential
Here's
Gearhulk is probably another responsible one we want to run.
Yeah. Sleep paralysis would be rude.
Yeah, we have no enchantments.
True. Oh, that's right. It's only triggered on enchantments.
Yeah.
Mm.
We're not doing a ton of double casting, but it would legitimately. No, I think that's too pie in the sky. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'm taking off to the salon.
Okay.
There's enchiladas
Love you,
in the
Vinny.
oven. There's fresh pico de gallo and guacamole in the fridge.
Mhm.
I love you.
I love you. Thank you, baby.
Fuzzy.
Holy shit, this is gonna be. Wait.
Wait. No. Wait.
We only have to float 14 mana. We're getting too deep. This is too deep in the sauce, but we only have to float 14 mana.
It's just on a tab. We got it. We'll be fine. Okay, isn't there like an artifact that lets us double the mana in our pool?
Oh, we're not. I don't want a doubling cube. I don't want to
Okay.
start playing for like crypto scheme because I think at some point it becomes we cannot successfully differentiate it from just making infinite mana
Versus just a lot of mana.
Yeah, I just want to have like more mana than it should have, but still very deterministic.
Right, I get you.
Fuck
Super
Nira.
Calamity is very funny.
Do we have the ETBs for it though? I feel like a lot of our guys are fucked up.
And attacks.
That's true. God, the idea of multi-cloning Havoc Eater does make me happy.
Yeah, we have it. We have
all
it.
right, Calamity. All right.
That whale has adventure. Does that help us at all?
Legitimately, I think it does. Because we want anything that's going to, we want stuff that will keep us in the game long enough to win via the Stompy plan. So this is the type of like, here, let me make the tag for it.
Adventure. Yeah. Has terrible dog shit in attack mode.
Yeah, and this is a like meaningful tag that we want to have because there's also this other one, the Sapphire Dragon, where like, oh, that's so beautiful to be able to play these horrible cards at a high level, of play. Oh, yes. All right, terrible dog shit in attack mode. We don't have clones. I don't think it's necessarily the wrong vibe. I would rather, we have so many funny cards. I would rather this deck have a ton of unique and hilarious cards over going for clones, because the reliable part is going to be Vivi's going to make us mana and we're going to have a lot of interaction. And I think then we just let the soup take us a little bit. And we put in the responsible cards as we are forced to.
We're not fucking around with Cascade, right?
No.
Ooh,
we'd be okay with Discover. Hammerhead Tyrant is probably appropriate control.
And especially, it's more fun than the Kraken.
Yeah. And because we're going to be casting wildly expensive shit. So we can actually hit meaningful stuff. This is Omen, but no. It's, I think the Omen's good enough.
4 mana, draw 3 cards.
Yeah, this will also be terrible dog shit in attack mode. I don't think we can Burning Sun's Avatar. This would be incredibly rude, and I don't think good enough for the number of rude.
Yeah.
So Beardy Death Kiss does do something. It's just slow. It doesn't do something the turn it comes down. But what happens is we play Death Kiss, we swing Vivi. Vivi's power gets doubled until end of turn. We can now float twice as much mana off of Vivi.
So it does happen as soon as it enters, really.
Yeah, if we can use lands. If we use non-VV sources to play it, then it will do something. We could do fucking coins, but I don't think the payoff is good enough.
Yeah. As much as I love attempts to sing her death. Euglyph. No.
This is time counter shit. We're not scrying.
1,000 wins would be worth that, but we're not really interacting with our opponents like that.
Yeah. We could do Daring Wave Rider, but I doubt it's. I don't think he's a good enough attacker.
No. No. No.
Dumb
Watch this
Paramecium, thank you for the 10-bit cheer. Allow me to think like an average roast submitter. Bro, I'm about to break this deck wide open. Put in the medallions and a talisman of creativity. Holy shit, bro.
You've done
How
it.
would you figure that out? Okay, ETB whatever. Exile from graveyards, whatever.
Transcendent Dragon. Okay, no, but VV can't activate on.
Yeah,
other people's-
flashes. We waste flash a lot of the
Oh
time.
wait, go back one. That one dragon did say attacking creatures get +1/+L. Nah, not all. We don't want all creatures with attack each combat fable.
Yeah, we want to be able to be a little bit clever about it.
What the hell is that?
Revolutionist. I don't think any of our instants and sorceries are going to be good enough to justify trying to recur them.
Oh, there's
Okay, can we cast dog shit? 4. That's so bad.
That's pretty bad.
That's so bad. I think that's too
That's
bad.
true.
I'm gonna scroll past him.
That's really bad.
That's truly awful. Okay,
That's dog shit in defense mode, bro. Not even good.
Hold on. You see what I'm saying?
You can't activate this during combat. Cowards, dude. Holy shit. But we get to untap.
If it had vigilance,
Yeah.
I'm putting it in considering. God, this is more terrible dog shit in attack mode. Only drawing 2 is just way too rough. Like we might struggle with cards in this deck. I don't think we ever struggle with cards so much that we are wheeling for 2.
Yeah.
Could sack our lands. We could
Curious
steal
Curiosity.
something for a turn. Okay, hold on. Terrible dog shit in attack mode. But that's bouncing. That's bouncing 3 or less. How good do we think bouncing something 3 or less is going to
Sorcery
be?
speed? Not much.
Oh, it's sorcery. Yeah, fuck that. Never mind.
Yeah,
I thought that was
yeah.
an instant. I thought
Yeah.
that was even kind of playable. My fault.
Tap. Oh, there you go.
Oh, straight up. Hot
Look at
dog
that.
shit in attack mode.
Mm-hmm. Jesus. We're killing it though. We're absolutely slaying.
I love
it.
that we're going to go fucking I cast Skimming Strike and then next turn Arcanus the Omnipotent. And then we're going to win.
Idle Force.
Yeah. Dumb Paramecium, thank you for the additional bits. Polar Kraken. And hold on, let me add Sword Coast. Let me add some of these so that I don't have 8 million tabs threatening to crash my computer.
Sword Sailor would be kind of dope though. To me. Polar Kraken. We're looking to look up.
Hold on. Yeah, Polar Kraken.
One more kiss.
Yeah, come here, baby.
Bye-bye. Mwah.
Bye. I love you.
I love you too.
Bro, look at that mouth on him though.
Oh, this is so funny. I think the cumulative upkeep kills it.
Yeah. We do
White
need
bread.
lands.
Yeah.
to argue.
White bread with the 95-bit cheer. Please, Maul. Death Kiss won't. Oh, an opponent controls. Never mind. This doesn't even work, girl. We can't read.
Oh,
Okay. Wait. All we have to do now. No. This can still work.
Okay.
What's that red card where we give somebody else control of Vivi, and then we goad it, and then we homeward path, and then no, it stays in. We just need harmless offering, and then we have to goad Vivi with Death Kiss on field, and then we homeward path it, and then we cut Death Kiss from the list.
Right. And we say thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Yeah. All right. So back in the realm of things that work because we can read.
Right. Wait, go back up. I keep seeing like these fire breathing. One more. Hold on.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
Moonveil. Okay.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Like, bro, who needs Death's Kiss when
We
we
got Moonveil Dragon.
Yeah, you
making-
fucking
and
idiots.
Dragon's
This is
Dragon.
obviously what we meant. ETB whatever, tap wizards whatever.
The fuck is a prophetic titan? Delirium? That's never gonna happen.
No. I mean, we get one even without delirium, but I don't think either of them are quite enough.
It's crazy how high these cards are on the list for EDH Rec simply because of like typo.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
ETB proliferate is definitely not enough.
No.
Hold on.
Well, I love Tomorrow's
Like,
Familiar.
actually, this is
Yeah.
the only reason an Is It deck wouldn't play this is because it costs
It
so
costs
goddamn much, which we don't care about. It goes in the deck.
Fuck yes. Also, if we end up going against some sort of, I don't know, Nekusar or whatever deck, we don't draw cards anymore. We
Oh,
look at
true.
them.
We can't get punished. Hold on. Let me.
That's right.
And then I will also.
Yep.
Okay, so we have 2 basically Rhystic studies. We have 3 basically Rhystic studies. I'm going to tentatively cut the theft stuff because our cards are just so fucking cool. Who cares about your cards? I care about my cards.
Other cards slow us down.
Sudsball, thank you for the 2-bit cheer. What about Clive Ifrit's Dominant? All right, let's see if Twitch chat gets banned from suggesting cards this early. Get the fuck out of here.
Meh.
Get the absolute fuck out of here with that. Okay. We're not doing Typal.
No.
Crab?
Crab?
Crab
Crab's
mentioned. Crab mentioned.
Can't be blocked. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Mana chart. Mana. We have mana. We got mana for days, bro. Holy shit.
That is kind of funny. Each player starting with you may pay any amount. We pay 20.
Yes, bro. If there's one person that everyone hates so much, we're like, guys, I'm gonna attack them with my mana charge dragon.
Hold on.
Our powers.
I'm
combined.
putting it in. Yeah, that's so dumb. Huh? Yeah, starting with you. So we can use. Yeah, you want to crowdfund a dragon real quick?
Yeah.
The
That's
real crypto scream.
okay. And then Soromaru's like playable, but I don't think playable enough.
Nah.
But I'm gonna put him off to the side for now. We don't care about that guy. I don't care about this summon.
How is that higher on EDH Rec chats? It's literally not out.
I mean, people are still building decks with the spoiled cards.
Oh yeah, this is the Sphinx where you can look at your top card.
Hey, here's Clive all the way down here. I mean, it's not the worst if we were in a more red dominant deck, but we're in a very like we're first and foremost colorless heavy, and right now we have a pretty even split between red and blue.
And we don't need that many Omniscient. Omnini. Y'shtola.
Is there? We're not on ETBs though.
No,
I think there's a different deck that cares about that. That is not us. We're getting down to the cyclers.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We are basically like at that point.
Tap artifacts. Who cares? No, we're not on Typal enough. Could mill 4 because we're fucking haters.
Because we hate ourselves, I guess. No.
So true. +1/+1 counters.
Oh boy.
It's getting rough. It's getting rough. We are fucking out here. I have faith we can find something.
Yes.
There's Monarchy. Who cares?
That card's from Jesus.
No, Xanath, I do mean Typal. Tribal has been replaced by Kindred, and we do observe that.
Ooh, the Souls of. Okay, the red Soul of is bad. Okay.
Okay. It's horrible.
The blue soul of is even worse, actually.
because it was the soul of Ravnica, so they made a mono blue card care about 5 colors. It was insane. Flip the bar.
Can we... Is giving Vivi +3 good enough?
If it's random, no.
Come on! He's a big guy. Yada, yada, yada. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.
Oh, there we go. Soul of Ravnica. Perfect. Yeah.
Hey, each color, great. We can draw 2.
We can draw 2.
Ooh, Hotshot Investigators.
You're so cool.
We're almost at the end of the list. We've got a 5/6 mana flyer now. Okay, hold on. What's Nucklevy? Okay, Nucklevy gets us 2 spells back. That's not totally 0. We have... Oh, we care about caves? Alright, we're going to 5 mana.
Okay.
We're going down. I saw cave synergy. Get me out of here.
Bro, there's cards that are not even out yet, and those are more popular than cave synergy things. Think about it. Alright, so now we're getting into really good cards.
Yeah, now we're getting into good, so overplayed. I would like to avoid them if I can.
Yeah.
Good, pretty much so overplayed. I'd like to try to avoid them, but hey, this is the overplayed we want.
Yeah. Damage equal to people's power. Now that will be fun because we have giant things and that's funny. But just straight up like, yeah.
We do have fat boys. We probably run Pinnacle Monk just as like shut the fuck up, I eat my vegetables. Jesus fuck, do we not want Exile draw?
No.
Port Razor is probably another good how do we convert stompiness into a win.
We'll have some non-creature spells that could do that just so that we can like make sure Vivi's getting bigger.
That's true. Oh, Deep Glow's Skate. Double the counters.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes.
All right, this is the counter synergy. We will.
Yeah, we don't need proliferate, but we will just say.
I will. Yeah. What if I doubled my mana availability? Plargan Nasari is cute, but I don't think we're enough on it to really care.
See, Body of Knowledge was the type of deck I was talking about.
The
thickest boys. Archmage of Runes. No.
We could... Yeah, it's too much in the Spellslinger. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. It makes me sad.
Mm-hmm.
This is all bullshit.
We need our big guys to not be counterable. Up 1.
No, but the problem is most of our interaction is counter spells.
Not Lear. Down 2. To access the Southern Storm. We can't let them catch our boy.
My gigantic shitheads, yes.
And what does he say again? Yeah, can't be countered. Okay,
they're a little bit cheaper, and nobody can counterspell them. I like that.
Perfect. Are we casting a lot of dragons?
We're casting a decent amount. We've been looking at less and less as time went on. Dragons were some of the like first things we looked at.
Those are big, yeah.
Yeah.
Baylor, I don't need to somewhere.
Baylor is very whatever.
Yeah. Flame Rush Rider gives us a clone. Flame Rush Rider was a fun clone. But we have a Calamity.
Yeah. Bring Modern back.
We could, bring it back with Vivi. Defiler of Dreams.
I think Defiler of Dreams is actually a fun twist on how people expect us to draw cards with Vivi. Be like, oh yeah, I am gonna spell sling. I'm going to sling massive monsters directly at your head.
It's crazy. And that's basically Ristic Study, right?
Yes, yeah, that is another basically Ristic stuff. Hold on, let me also move Ancient Silver Dragon over there.
And Defiler was the other one.
Defiler of Dreams, okay. Okay, so I think at this point we probably Flood Pits is unfortunately correct.
Is it basically Ristic Study?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Alright.
So I think what we have to add at this point is we have to go for
A million packs and spells.
like, yeah, a decent suite of mana rocks and then a lot of interaction, and then we just have to do like turbo goldfish and see how badly the deck bricks and then adjust it from there. And so we need like,
I like that we're basically like, okay, we start casting our big things at like mana value 5 and higher and not anything, but before we're just a cute little guy.
yeah, before we are just a cute little motherfucking guy. I'm even gonna put Chromatic Lantern in here just so that Josh Lee Kwai gets a little chest pain somewhere in the world.
Okay. On a 2-color deck, even I'm getting chest pain, bro.
On a two-color deck triggers Vivi! It's ramp that triggers Vivi! Shut up! We're not playing Sol Ring. I'm not playing Sol Ring. Fuck you all. And Tario, thank you for the 100... Huh? I do think we put the medallions. And Tario, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Call forth the Tempest. No, because I don't want to Cascade in this deck, because we're going to be on, like, a ton of interaction.
Yeah.
So we go for...
Ruby and Sapphire.
What if we just play all of them, even the ones that don't affect us, just for 2-drop, 2-drop trigger Vivi? Blue Jay, this is creatine for the like the thing people don't respect enough is they're like, oh god, what if I played Haze of Rage to buff Vivi? You can play a mana rock and you buff Vivi.
Right.
Oh, true. Diamonds, the Sky Diamond.
Ooh.
Because the thing is, if we play these on turn 2, that just means we untap with the mana to protect Vivi.
Yes, true.
Okay, so we have all of these. We also take Cold Steel Heart, which is fucking awful.
Holy shit. Oh, are we doing the 3 mana artifacts that like that blue gets to use now? Like
what
that
are
stupid pole or the
Oh, misleading signpost? Absolutely. Absolutely, we're on misleading signpost.
And the 1,000-year clock or whatever it's called, the 1,000-year door.
Oh, Midnight Clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can do Midnight Clock.
That's basically your 6.
Basically. Oh yeah, Thought Vessel too.
Oh, true.
Okay.
Liquid Metal Torque?
I think this is enough, and I think now we legitimately have to go over to like counterspells interaction. So there's counterspell. I'm thinking of others. Slip Out the Back, I know, is another tremendous.
Silumgar's Scorn for how many dragons we might have? No, maybe.
Let me look at it.
It's literally counterspell if you have a dragon in hand or in play.
Dog. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We hadn't even put Negate in the deck yet. I think we put Negate in.
Disdainful Stroke.
Is there a buyback counterspell?
Yeah, holy shit. But Vivi won't have enough mana to do that, though. Like, there is.
Well, but the thing is, we might be able to hold up so much that we don't care. Like, that's what I'm... So, Forbid is choosing... Oh, Spellburst? Fuck yeah, I'm playing Spellburst.
Yeah, being X is nice. X cost is cool.
I think 3 steps ahead, yeah, is probably a good card for us. And then we also want like Reality Shift. I think a Braid is responsible. Raven Form, is that the other creature removal?
That's the foretell one though.
Yeah, but you don't have to foretell it, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, March Swirling Mist.
Where's the Raven Form?
That costs like 3 mana on the front side though, right?
Yeah, but I think we can play a little bit overcosted.
Yeah. Target Artifact, remember that was good.
You find the villain's lair.
Doesn't it give us 1-0 and unblockable too? Oh no, it's just counter.
Oh yeah, resculpt. That's typically a really bad one because most Izzet decks can't compete with a 4/4. But guess what? We we fucking can. fuck you all. We got you. All right, so we have 3 more that basically all have to be counter spells. Let me look at change of plans. And then after that, I think we look at like the list we do have and we look at all our silly guys and we're like, who can we change out for a silly guy?
Connive. Oh, it's only, I mean, you only connive once.
Yeah, but we only need VV to connive because this is 3 mana, protect VV and grow them. I think we probably end up cutting. We have slip out the back already. We have slip out the back.
Yeah.
And then there's also shore up, which is just hexproof, and I believe it gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Untaps, hexproof. All of those are relevant. Vigilance. Let me see what Keep Safe is doing. Ah, yeah, perfect. All right, and that is 100. So now we want to go to who are silly guys that we have that we want to change out for even sillier guys. I want to cut Ancient Copper Dragon.
Yeah, agreed.
On the basis of being an overplayed piece of shit, and I'm looking at Ancient Silver Dragon for kind of the same.
Does Dragon have to copy non-creatures or just non-dragon?
Non-creatures. So I kind of want to cut Astral Dragon as well for the same.
Like when we copy our Arcane Signet?
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Is Aether and Prewin funny enough to run? No.
What? Prewin?
Oh yeah, Mana Drain. It's the new Aether and Prewin is a new equipment that sets something's power toughness equal to your life total.
Oh, what?
No. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. And then of our really funny guys, I feel like Torrential. Do we have tomorrow? We do have tomorrow in here already.
Torrential we did not put in, I don't think.
Then I think we probably put Torrential in.
And Calamity, did we put that in?
We don't have Calamity in, but we're at the point where we have to. I will go down a command tower. The process of cutting lands for stupid, irresponsible cards has begun.
We're gonna be really irresponsible with this deck. Galloping Inferno, yeah.
All right, so we have 31 creatures. That looks about right for a Stompy deck.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to... Ontario, thank you for the 20-bit cheer. Don't forget Dragon Throne of Tarkir to buff VV and or the rest of the board. Oh, that's true. I'm going to try... I'm going to goldfish it as it currently is. So turn 1, Legendary. We play a command tower and we pass. Turn 2, Legendary. We Cold Steelheart, pass. Turn 3...
I was just about to say I can't wait for our lantern into
right. And real talk, we get fucking shot.
No, we beg and plead.
We beg and plead and we show them our hand.
We make every fucking deal. Yes.
So if we get to live in Magical Christmas Land, we presumably do this, get a counter, hold up Mana Drain for when they inevitably shoot us. We Mana Drain somebody.
Do not.
We
Holy shit! We play a land. We
use Mana Drain mana and this for Scourge of the Throne, which this feels okay. So off this goldfish alone, I don't like the extra combats. I think we need better shit that's just like, hey, I play this and I tell you to go fuck yourself, rather than.
You know what we need? We need the Frost Cliff Siege so that our blue-red spell things can have trample, or in the haste. Yeah, and 1/0, which is nice. Yeah, we do need this for this deck because we are creature base and like Scourge of the Throne can't attack this turn, and that's a problem.
I go down one more land.
Holy shit.
And then I think I'm gonna cut Morag. I
Okay.
am more sympathetic to the dethrone trigger than I am to the landfall triggering.
Right.
And then I think we have to go up like Lorien revealed. Like more another thing that will be, if have mana, get card. If not have mana, get mana. That seems like it
Right.
fulfills both roles. Now we have a truly stupid hand
Now this
that
is
doesn't do a
so...
single thing.
This is not... Yeah, it's not good. No.
Oh,
it's not
shore
good.
up? No. It's playable now.
Vivian turn 4. Ooh.
Sky
It's what you...
Diamond, turn 3.
Holy
We
shit.
play Vivi. They try to kill our beloved prince. We shore them up, getting a counter. They go up to 2 power,
Right.
and they're
Shore up's so good.
hexproof.
And vigilant.
Yeah, hell yeah. We go to our next turn.
Ooh, extra.
We fucking tap out for Arcanus the Omnipotent. This is the deck. We pay 2 mana from
Yep.
Vivi.
1, 2, 3. Oh, damn, we're 1 short for our counter spell.
Yeah, so I think what we do is we play Thrix this turn, actually. Turn 4 would be Thrix. So it uses Vivi mana. We end up holding up 2. Somebody else tries to do bullshit. We counter it. We draw a card. This turn,
Ooh.
I play Bahamut. Fuck you. Turn
Yep.
5 Bahamut.
Destroy 1. Oh, just 1. Okay.
We shoot
Alright.
somebody, but we have a 9/9.
And then they kill. Ooh, they have to. Oh yeah, they either just try to kill Vivi or the 9/9.
Yeah, they could try to kill Vivi, but honestly, if they kill Vivi, you can't hurt us in any way that matters. We have 5 lands, and all
That's
of our
right.
good things cost that much. So we
Right.
have on our next turn. Yeah, this is definitely why we need Frostcliff Siege. Oh my god, this is so bad, but we can fix it. We can fix it.
Awesome.
And then so we get another instance of Bahamut. We can
I think we Arcanus.
Port
I think we-
Razor. Yeah. We Arcanus. All right, we rip Arcanus mostly with Vivi mana.
Oh. Ooh.
And then we do this. Hell yeah, lands.
Yeah.
And now we can attack with Bahamut, with Vivi, with Thrix. Okay. So we
You were able to
definitely
play-
need more draw. I think the like bad version of what we need is
Oh.
stuff like Moment of Truth. Like we need more ways to look a little bit deep for not very much mana. Because the turn where we're going from Vivi has no counters to Vivi has 1 counter is not feeling very good. Oh, stock up. I like stock up a lot for this.
Ooh.
Yeah, 3 mana, look at 5, get 2.
Yeah, you got to pay $10 for this on counter.
Stock up's not too much. I think stock up is the perfect amount, is like the perfect curve.
Yeah, for our 3s, I think, right?
Yeah. And then the chromatic lantern will die for that.
Okay. Josh,
I
you
do
guys,
agree
thank you.
frantic search is a staple
Yeah.
here.
Oh, God, yeah. For
Yeah.
sure, dude.
And what we kill for frantic search cannot be another land at this point.
Not the Rite of Replication, right? We do have like Rite of Replication's not the
No,
most
I love
necessary.
I think Rite of Replication is actually hot as fuck in this deck. God, if you do anything for me, please do not make me cut Arcanus the Omnipotent from this deck.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Straight up, I'm liking. Yeah, I think we go for killing the extra combats before we go for.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So Karlak is going to. Yeah, I think maybe it's Hellkite Charger. Yeah, we're not getting up. We'll go to sideboard for now. We're not getting up to the mana
Right.
quickly
Not
enough
just to attack.
for
Yeah.
Hellkite Charger to look cool.
Mhm.
We could do Expressive Iteration. Mana Charge Dragon, but Mana Charge Dragon's so cute. I don't want to cut him. This is such a dumb fucking card.
It's great. And everyone comes together to kill the Eldrazi player, which isn't you.
Yeah, which is not us. I am the
You
maybe
promised-
maybe Inferno has to rest for a minute. Maybe
Yeah,
Inferno has
yeah.
to go to the sideboard for a moment.
Okay, for one Inferno resolving, that would be 2 combats with a Hellkite Charge. So
True.
we might.
We could do. Yeah, Expressive Iteration seems fine. We do want more stuff. Yeah, we just need more stuff to do stuff early. All right, this is a more realistic hand. I'm gonna pray to God.
No.
I'm going to pray to God and it lands on top. Fuck I say.
Holy shit.
Fuck I say. All the haters, all the doubters, go fuck yourselves.
Mhm.
So we
And yeah.
drop this. Now our problem is if we drop VV, we feel like a dipshit. So I think we drop if we drop VV, we get
Yeah.
murdered and we feel terrible about it. So I'm gonna drop the medallion.
Well, the medallion doesn't give us blue sources, which is what we're gonna need for the cap.
Okay, so I drop Felwar. We're holding up. Let's say like somebody else tries to do something crazy. We play one of these things.
Oh,
And
okay.
then-
We could have land cycled for the land though, with Lorien.
We
Because we
could
just missed a
land
land.
cycle. I kind of want to hold it to use it as draw rather
Okay,
than get
cool.
another island. Because next
That would
turn we have enough mana to play. Oh, we don't have play VV, protect VV. So yeah, we do land cycle. We do land cycle. I get a command tower.
I like
Next
that just
turn.
right there.
Next turn.
No, we played for that turn. So we.
Hmm?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So we have VV out. We have 2 mana to protect VV. Somebody tries to do fuckery to us.
Mhm.
We tick VV up.
Nice.
We do like land, we medallion, which ticks VV up. I think we use VV's mana to cast stock up, which will tick VV
Okay.
up again. And now we get to look at top 5. We're absolutely taking fucking Calamity. And we
March?
are absolutely taking March.
Yep.
The rest of these can go to bottom. And now we have 4 mana open. And
think
things
we
are cost reduced by 1. So we wait and we like. And now we're at the part of the game where we are either counterspelling anybody else's win attempts.
Mm-hmm. Or protecting VV.
Right, or protecting VV. So I will say one of these gets used. Either it's either we're using a counterspell, we're counterspelling a dinosaur, or we are 3 steps aheading for the draw. But we are one of these spells is getting used. I'm going to use Disdainful Stroke, which will tick us up. Then on our next turn, we get to play a land.
Hmm.
We would probably actually 3 steps ahead as well on the previous turn. So we draw 2. Yeah, here's all the stupid assholes. And I'm dumping Tidal Force, quite frankly. Or actually, no, I'm dumping Calamity, I think. In terms of what can we play that's most impactful.
Right.
So VV should be at, I think, 5 now.
Okay.
Yeah, I spend 5 mana from VV. I tap my lands. I play this. I take the counter off, and I draw 10.
Yep. And we still have mana up.
And we have
for...
3. We have 3 mana floating. We have phase out counterspell in hand. So I probably don't even, or we can just wait with this. And now we are.
We can play the Midnight Clock and just to get stuff out of our hands. We can play Mana Rocks.
Yeah, we can go
Blue thing-
Moonveil. Go Moonveil. Try to fire breathing with Moonveil. God, Misleading Signpost is probably too cute.
I think it's
All
too
right,
cute,
so I
yeah.
think off of that playtest, if we're discarding Calamity, I
Mhm.
think Calamity gotta go. I think we have to go more on like none of the stompy shitheads can be dependent on other stompy shitheads to feel good. It has
Agreed.
to be if I play you, you are fucked up and strong by yourself.
Right. Port Razor is less good than Karlak if we're gonna take out more like.
Yeah, because he doesn't have
Extra.
flying or evasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll kill him too. And then maybe we put in like Inferno Titan for that, because I do not want us to go low on creatures. And Inferno Titan. Or actually, let's look at our list of funny guys.
Yeah.
There's
goofy
Tyrant
guys,
of
right?
Discord. We can Trumpeting Carnosaur, which replaces itself.
Well, that's just more Cascade, or that's like adding Cascade, right?
But it's
By adding
Discover,
other-
which is...
Oh, okay, yeah.
Discover is importantly different because we can put it into our hand. And so if we hit a counterspell with Discover, now we just have a counterspell in hand.
Right.
Exotic Show, thank you for the tier 1 Twitch sub for the 3rd month in a row, my friend. Welcome back to the dog home. We have one more card we can put in. I would like it to be a fucked up and funny creature.
Torrential?
Maybe
It's not really- I mean, it's not fucked
Torrential.
up.
We're...
Let's bring some bad. Or the Lord of Change.
Yeah, we could do Lord of Change. We could do... we don't have
do we?
Diluvian in here yet. I think we could try Diluvian Primordial. This is one of the cards that will get better and better the better our
as the game goes
opponents
on.
get.
Right. And we are
Still-
playing the top tier of opponents, so.
Yeah. Silvos,
Yeah.
thank you for the 100 bits. Is Inexorable Tide too expensive? Hold on one sec. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go check something for Z in just a second. Is Inexorable Tide too expensive for this deck? It might be the
It's fine.
perfect amount of expensive, though. It's
And it means
it's-
anytime we cast anything, we're proliferating.
right, and
So,
we're
like,
actually like worse than I expected at getting our money up.
Mhm.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, you had it right.
Oh, chat makes a good point about Combustible Gear Hulk as being the better one, because our mana curve is pretty significantly fucked, and so we either draw 3 or you risk, hey, I flip 18, I flip like 20 CMC of shit at you. It's basically Ristic Study. I think Signpost probably dies for that. Because I think if we're holding up mana, we want the held up mana to be able to convert into card draw. I think that has to be... I really like Scourge for Dethrone. This has Flample.
It's just like a singular creature, though. Like the Bloodthirster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we kill Bloodthirster. All right, I have to go check a thing for Z, and then we're gonna go back to the Goldfish to see how terrible we're at.
All right, chat. We're doing great here. Obviously, we're absolutely this. I love the idea of VV just being like this goofy little guy. And okay, as long as we beg, plead, snot running down our face, saying that we'll do anything for them not to kill VV on turn 1, like we promise them that our VV deck is not like other VV decks, you know, like the whole Atraxa thing. And then, as long as we get past that first turn, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be perfectly fine. First ever Crom in the 99. That might be good. I can now see chat. Now I can, yes. Yes, I can now see chat. Hopefully you guys can hear me on this side. Kurt, what do you think about Wizard Synergy? I promise. I should have a Cyclone Summoner now. So
it's Scotty Potty. It's just not the type of deck that we're building here. Because we did talk about Cyclone Summoner, actually. That was one of the earlier cards that I pointed out. It's just not what we're trying to do here, especially if it's going to make us go backwards on the rest of our board, right? Because Cyclone Summoner is one that like bounces everything but like Wizards and Giants. Everything else but VV on our board will basically bounce back, and we're just not trying to do that. It's not like other X decks is a trigger phase to kill immediately. No, but it works on people though. That's the thing. Like for me and for other players like us, because we know it is a kill switch for us, but for other players it will work.
What are you telling chat that's making them scream about how shootable VV is? Are you trying to talk?
I'm saying that after, like, on turn 3, when we play VV, we piss, shit, moan, snot dribble down our face just to beg people not to kill him that one turn, and then we're off to the races. We say all the buzzwords, like...
We're never getting them to do that.
Come on, it works too well, bro.
Okay, I really fucking want to find something we can trade for that Sphinx ambassador.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trade the Deep Glow Skate, actually. I think that's another, like, it is winning more instead of holy fuck, look at this ridiculous creature I got to play.
So true. That's so true.
Ooh, Season of Weaving.
Yeah, right? Like, that would actually be...
That's
that for us, too.
That's a very, very good card. Very, very good card. Very expensive, but we want to be on very expensive. So who...
The red season's bad, right? If I remember correctly.
I believe as is the case with most cycles, the red one is the bad one.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut Karlach. I don't really believe in any of our extra combats so far.
All right. Except for Scourge of the Throne, just because of the
Dethrone's so good, man. But it's the last one standing, and it's probably the first to go if this still feels bad. All right. I think we would keep this opening hand. We have a protection thing, we have a draw thing, we have a big funny shithead.
And the Mana Rock.
Perfect. So we draw this. Can this enter untapped?
It can enter untapped.
So we'd play this, hit the rock. Next turn, we flip this fucker. We play this. Everybody pulls a gun out. We protect Vivi.
Mm-hmm. And 2 counters.
So we go up to 2, and then I'd use the Vivi mana to expressively iterate.
No.
Yes. We pitch 2, but we need access to shit, and we need Vivi to start at a higher mana. All right, so this goes to hand. This goes to exile forever. This goes to bottom.
Alrighty.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have access to 6 mana.
Holy
mana
shit.
Charged Dragon. Turn 5. The table claps.
Everyone cheers, bro. Wait. Yeah. 4, 5, 6,
Okay,
7. Oh.
so Walker. Let's walk through math really quick. Vivi won't get an extra counter. Vivi will get a counter for the casting of Shore Up. Shore Up will provide Vivi with an ephemeral +1/+1. That will set Vivi's power to 2. Using that mana, we cast Expressive Iteration, which will give Vivi the second counter. So we will untap with 2 count. I did not put 2 counters on when it should have been 1. I was shortcutting things for the purposes of not boring you. But because we all want to actually, now I'm going to bore. Now we're going to get very boring, and I'm going to get a whiteboard, and we're going to write out the words counters, and I'm going to write out the entire text of Shore Up. So we Mana Charge Dragon. Everybody's still afraid of us, but I think less. I think less than before.
It's the coolest card ever.
We probably Overlord of the Flood Pits. I believe even with Impending it does not trigger VV. But we use VV mana and the diamond to Overlord. Oh, it does. It's just an enchantment spell? That would make... That's an enchantment on the stack. Okay, so we trigger VV as well, which is truly lovely. We draw 2. We're gonna discard 1.
That makes the red pending one sound a little bit better too, if we're being honest.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're wrong. Okay, it doesn't do that.
That's what okay, thank you. Yeah. All right.
So we're still on 2. So we draw 2. We have 1 to discard. I'm going to discard a braid, which is going to seem weird. But I'm going to do this play Thought Vessel. And it's because next turn, now whether or not VV lives to this turn, because we couldn't protect them, but even if they don't, we have the mana to Diluvian Primordial. So we get another 5/5. Oh, it's just from opponents. I thought it was for each player. This is frustrating because this is one of the creatures where I feel like it's probably very good, but it's incredibly hard to goldfish fairly.
Right.
Now we could...
But, I mean,
we do have the mana to Myojin of Cryptic Dreams as well. Or just hold up 3 steps ahead. Or just be like, hey, what if I killed Dave? And set Mana Charge Dragon to 1,000,000. Yeah, MLP, but it's turn 6, which is like late enough that we don't have game-winning spells in the bin, but we have some pretty good stuff in the bin probably.
And everyone is very happy with us for killing Dave. So
yeah,
keepable.
Kind of. We don't have protection, but we can try it.
We have begging.
Oh, mana drain. And then we would have island cycled.
I want to say we would.
Yeah, who cares? This is all out of order. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Don't think we can play Vivi.
Nah.
I think it's a very easy way to get shot in the head if we play Vivi. We can watch out for maybe somebody attempts to play a very problematic spell early, and we go to mana drain it, and then because nothing bad ever happens to us, we mana drain enough to play this Myojin, and then we make triple Scourge, and then it's very, very funny. So I think off of that playtest,
we won, yeah.
We definitely won the game. I think Mana Charged has to die.
No. We gotta get rid of Scourge of the Throne first. Come on.
Well, the thing is, in that playtest, Scourge of the Throne would have been a reasonable thing to cast. Fucking Mana Charge... Because Mana Charge Dragon, we have to get a ton of mana, and then it kind of requires us to do, to storm off with Vivi, or to buff Vivi's mana an incredible amount.
Right.
For it to... Because otherwise it's just a potential political piece. So I'm going to sideboard that. I do think we need more 1-mana protection. So I'm going to put in an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah.
Because we just need more things that will be like, hey, turn 3, we play Vivi, and she doesn't die.
Right. Destruct might end up being, especially I guess for that, Destruct might end up being bigger liability than not.
Oh yeah, Swan Song. What the fuck am I doing? Swan Song as well.
Right. Does Mizium's Skin give a counter? No, that just gives +101, I think.
Yeah, Mizium Skin's not the worst, but I'd probably rather keep a counter.
Is there nothing that gives +++ counters and hexproof?
I don't think we get a counter and hexproof. There's Slip Out the Back, which is counter and phase out. We don't get a lot of hexproof encounters.
Yeah, Ripples of Potential.
This is 2 mana though, so this is good, and it can contest with our other 2 mana protection. But we genuinely have to be more concerned about how do we play Vivi turn 3 safely when we only have 1 mana available.
Right.
Yeah, no. Like, this is the... So let me look at Mizium's skin. Yeah, this is... I mean, it's a boost to toughness rather than power, but it is 1 mana. My commander is protected, which I think we can at least try. But who dies? Probably Scourge of the Throne. Oh, Long River's Pull. Let me look.
Long River. Oh, I think that one. That's like one of the Boomburrow cards, right?
It's 2 mana though. This is this is
No.
good, and we may replace a different piece of our interaction suite with this, but right now the problem we have to solve is it is not reasonable to go through our gold fishing being like, we'll be able to politic our way into a live Vivi. We will not. All right, this one I'll let us try to rock with. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And we have SWAT. So we
Nice.
go
I
boom
do like the
boom.
Box, like consistently.
Yeah, boom boom, Felwar Stone, Vivi, no you didn't, you dumb bitch.
Right.
And then
Yeah,
then if somebody else tried to kill, I am tempted to tap and use the VV mana, not tap, but use the VV mana to get Medallion out, because if we pass, we have 1 mana and no additional protection.
Mm-hmm.
So we get VV up to 2. We hope they don't burn 2 removal spells on us. And now we fucking trumpeting Carnosaur.
That's so dumb. So we're using VV mana for it, right? So
Yeah, we have to use our VV mana. We keep Felwar Stone up, but that's all we keep up.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah.
So we discover 5. Hey, Fierce Guardian, ship to hand, baby! It's happening!
So dumb, bro. Yes, we did it. VV is protected, and not only does VV like dodge counter spells, maybe or spells for this entire turn, but like people
Yeah.
just won't do anything. 'Cause
Right.
They're like, oh, we'll just counter. So like, okay, fine, don't play it then.
So we discover this, we put it in hand. We now have a 7/6 with Trample and a counterspell to protect VV.
Right.
We can Primordial, which doesn't matter. All I'm looking at is VV mana Stone. I Rite of Replication, unkicked, unfortunately, but I Rite of Replication trumpeting Carnosaur. I have
Yeah,
a
we're 1 mana off from the.
yeah, and we get
Right.
Swan Song to hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then we probably go Expressively Iterate because this is sorcery.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking greed out here, actually. I'm gonna put Thrix to bottom,
Okay.
this to hand, this to exile, cast
1,
it,
2. Right, for the impending.
draw 2, dump 1. So now we have no mana open, but we have a Fierce Guardianship in hand, and
Right.
we just tell the table, like, hey, you pick who's gonna waste their removal.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to our next turn.
And Bahamut.
And there's our fucking guy. We have Bahamut.
We have right 4, 5, 6, 7.
We have
8,
enough mana for it, and so we just use all of our VV mana. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We hold up Swan Song, and we hold up. Okay, and it's turn 6. We have a 7/6, a 7/6, and 9/9. This is definitely like one of the luckiest we could get, but I think this is the type
Perfect.
of game plan we want to present. We are holding up mana for interaction.
Yep.
We have potential protection for VV, and we are putting, hey, check out this gigantic shithead that I get to play.
Look at how goofy I am. Look, no Eldrazi, but Bahamut. It's fine.
God. Okay, and now we just look for holes that we can shove Havoc Eater into.
Magmatic and Havoc.
We just-
'Cause
I
I'm
want-
looking at Magmatic.
Yeah, I really want to put Havoc Eater and Magmatic Force in this deck, but I think this is
We have yet to draw Ancient Silver Dragon this whole time.
Right, but he's such a fucking house if we draw. You know what? Honestly, overplayed. Kill him.
Yeah.
Overplayed, kill. You know, the only flyer I need is Havoc Eater.
Havoc Eater. It's so true.
How do we feel about Essence Flux? Let me look.
Oh. No.
It's
no.
it's not
no.
the worst. Because here's
It doesn't want to dodge board wipes.
Oh,
Right,
that's
'cause
true. We can't dodge a board wipe, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Vivi loses the counter, so he might as well die if he has to go back down to 0.
Yeah, and we are still low on card drawers. Right, but MLP, the point of this deck is Vivi's so good, what bad cards can we make playable? Not how do we get such a strong VV deck? If I wanted to build a strong VV deck, I could pass out with my face on the keyboard, and as long as Curiosity ended up in the deck, job is done. We're trying to figure out how do we make a fucking terrible, terrible deck that is allowed to operate because VV's so strong.
Mm-hmm.
How about
We're having way more fun this way.
this is fucking dumb.
Oh, Syncope.
Expo. This is again like it's not first rotation protection. I mean, let me just see a different. So this first turn, I do not think I would Island Cycle here because I have Fierce in hand. I think I'm, yeah. So turn 2 we Signet. Turn 3 we go bam. Somebody attempts to be mean to me, and I tell them to go fuck themselves.
Right.
We untap.
Counter
So we're
non-creature.
holding multiple counter spells, which is exactly what I want to be doing.
We could just do that this whole turn, right? Like if we wanted, we can
Yeah.
spend both of those adventure spells this turn.
Yeah, we just wait. Either there's an aggro player who we don't like, or a non-creature spell we don't like gets cast, and we go VV. Nope. We go VV mana. Cast it. Hold up. Keep safe. I'm gonna presume that somebody attempts to be mean to VV again, as they tend to.
The rude, honestly.
So now we're on 3. Go to our next turn. I'm going to spend 5 mana to just hard cast this. Refill the hand a little bit.
Right. Vivi goes up 1.
I believe I got that. The 3... Yeah, the 3 non-creatures... Oh no, we've cast 4 non-creatures. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Vivi goes up 1. And we've spent Vivi's mana for the turn. So now we're kind of back on... I foretell this to spend on a future turn, and I hold up like a braid and a tuck in case somebody tries to do something fucked up.
You poker face real hard this turn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've already eaten 3 spells. I think even if we're talking about like, oh, everybody hates Vivi, we are fucking... We're so chill.
We're still playing it, yeah.
So I think we go spend 10 fucking mana. 5, 6,
Nice.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, 5 lands, 4 VV mana, Arcane Signet mana. And we can even like, we can blow up somebody's creature for 1 blue, which will be mana neutral with VV, and then just spend the 5th VV mana. So we cast this. We have an indestructible 3/3. We have 6, 7, 8, 9. I draw 9 cards.
Right.
Dope.
Sick. Arcanus
I
is
hold
here.
up negate for if anybody's ever mean to us. Arcanus is in the building. Carnosaur is in the building. Pinnacle Monk is in the building. And now I want all of these cards, which is a good spot to be in.
Right.
I think Arcanus gets discarded here if we're being real.
Yeah, because our
Yeah,
hands
and then we kill this man. So things are not looking good for Arcanus. We presumably negate to stop a game-winning play on not our turn.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, haste.
Ah, yes, okay. So 3, 4. Trample haste on my goons.
+1/+1 Vivi, because it's a non-creature spell.
True.
And
Plus.
oh. Yeah.
Oh, and they're an 8/10. Okay.
Yeah.
So is there? I can VV cast the Meogen of Cryptic Dreams, which is a fucking dream come true. I VV cast.
Oh, wait, can we Carnosaur and Meogen?
We can't this turn, which I think is the hurtful thing. Because what I want to do more than anything else in the world is I want to spend this turn VV casting Meogen, and then next turn, if we live, which like maybe tucking an attack, like the problem is our interaction's starting to get a little bit goofy, but if we live, we then remove the counter to triple cast Carnosaur.
Which we will.
And this is fucking Christmas Land, and we discover 5 over and over, so we can't hit that. Boom,
Oh, yeah.
Sapphire Medallion, Vivi goes up. Can't get that.
Damn it.
We get Thrix.
Okay. Damn it.
Shit my ass. And then we get Spellburst into hand, which we're holding a bunch of mana for. Okay, this is coming together. This definitely has to be cleaned up. It's definitely still fucking bad, but this is beautiful, right? If we can. So really the only thing is we have to have enough interaction to be confident that we will delay a win until this late in the game. Like we have to be able to prevent other bracket 3 decks both from killing Vivi and from winning the game outright.
And I think we are. Like we have interaction all the time, whether it's just protecting Vivi or just like bouncing someone else's shit. So I think we're like really, really close.
We could try Dispel, but I'm not. Let me look at turn aside. Limiting it to instance only seems really good for protecting Vivi, and not really good for that whole like we have to delay the game. Can we do spell? I think we can probably do Spell Pierce for the protect Vivi turn. Yeah, for a like. So I'm gonna drop one of our other. I almost want to drop basic counterspell for Spell Pierce. It's not correct. I just want to. I'll drop Mizium Skin for it.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, that doesn't help us because we're trying to go up on.
Right. Okay. That's
yeah. We're trying to go up on those pieces anyway. Okay. So, what can we get rid of? What else do we have that's like? I think Arcanus might have to die here?
No.
We've never used him. All we've done is discard him. All we've done, the only thing he's done in a playtest is get put in the graveyard.
It was like the first playtest. We totally tapped him for 3. It was so good.
Oh, true. We did. And that wasn't that the playtest where we were like, what if we pretended they didn't kill Vivi?
Okay. Yes.
I mean, maybe we can cut the red diamond.
Yeah. I mean, no, honestly, like literally, yeah. Because
if we're going up for another non-creature spell, because what I also don't want to do is I don't want to go so low on creatures that we just become a like 15 creature generic Is It deck.
Right.
I don't believe this is the Attempsis deck. We've talked about it. This is a Havoc Eater deck. This is not an Attempsis deck.
And as a man who plays Attempsis as a commander, those decks can be fun. This has a lot of other stuff going on.
Okay. I think it's getting late. That's where we're going to cut it for today. I'm going to keep trying to figure this out. And I'll talk to you, Kuro. And then this will probably become a YouTube video if I can ever make it work. But the stuff we still have to solve is like definitely not enough card advantage. Oh, so I think that means the last game changer is just gifts ungiven. Right? That seems like a pretty. We're
Yeah.
bracket 3. Our third game changer just becomes, hey, please give me some good fucking cards.
And it's 3 magmatic forces and 4 magmatic forces. Is like, which 2 are you gonna give me? I'm gonna play.
So we still have to shore up our ability to reliably draw cards, but I'm liking where this is at. Kuro, thank you for the help. I'm sure there will be other clever things we do other than command towers. We are in war room territory. I'm just not gonna bore you guys with fucking lands. And Shadow Walker, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. I just saw your short on Lionheart. I think I know what Watsu was cooking and how to hurt people. The sword does have the strength of a lion. Savannah lions. You're right. But okay.
Really, yeah.
Kuro,
Right,
thank you very much for the help. We're going to shout you out. If you do not already watch Kuro Hitsuki's content, please go check this man out. Awesome guy. We're going to end stream here and raid out who from our following list is live.
Cathedral of War has Exalted on a land. Perfect.
Why are we talking about Exalted? What's going on? How...
Throwing hands, bro. He's gonna get pissed.
The deck's not that bad. The deck is not that bad. It's pretty bad. The deck is not that bad. I promise you.
It's perfect.
All right, we will hit beeps. Hit them with the indestructible Justin raid message. They're on a BRB screen though. However, that's fine. That's fine. They're shitting. Make fun of them for needing to use the bathroom.
True.
I will see you all possibly tomorrow. Watch out for either a Twitch story or a stream, depending on how successful I am at filming shorts today. If not, we'll be back Wednesday. Thank you all for coming and watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Kuro, for helping me build this terrible, terrible deck. I hope you all are having a good Memorial Day. And please remember to stay toxic. YouTube, that's just it for us, but we'll be live again either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone. All right, I believe we're